You are now listening to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Hello there, and welcome back.
What is this place?
Disconnected.
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 Disconnected. Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
Disconnected.
I'm starting to feel disconnected.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected.
Hey there, we are live for another Reconnected, this time with one of my favorite people who has chosen to remain in hiding for quite some time. Very happy to welcome back the amazingly into Christmas period, Miss Erica Shultz. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm ready for the year to be over. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's not been a great time for most people, but it's been a time. I am glad you're back. It's been an interesting year. The big thing, I've not asked you about this other than the day of. How's it feel now that you did the whole Miskatonic Live thing?
I'm happy that it's over, only because, I think I've shared many times I have really bad anxiety. And so just, the time leading up to it is stress inducing. But I mean, I did have a lot of fun putting the presentation together. I think it went well. My mom told me that it went well. So that just, I'm like, okay, well then it's fine. Like, I don't need to hear anything from anyone else. So, but yeah, it was just, I mean, I was just honored to even be asked to do something like that, to hear my name on Joe Bob, even though he seemed a little disconcerted about the topic when Claire brought it up. But it's, the whole thing was pretty surreal, and I'm just glad I got to do it. It was, it wasn't even like a bucket list item thing because, Josh is awesome. Josh is actually the one who reached out to me to get copies of the book for Miskatonic. So he's great. But I didn't even realize Miskatonic, like giving a lecture, was a bucket list item until I was approached for it, because I didn't even think it was in the realm of possibility that it would ever happen. Right. So,
Look who else is here.
Oh, thanks, Bill. Hey.
When you were doing that, what was the prep like? Because obviously you had years of research already on the topic. You had done much of this, but I don't think you had done like an actual like presentation like that before, have you? Other than like a couple talks?
No, but having done a few interviews with folks, I plagiarized myself and took a lot of the Error 44 visual essay. And really, it was just, I mean, in my fucking day job, I have to create PowerPoints all day. Right. So that was just like, that's not the hard part. The hard part was really not censoring myself, but like cutting it down to like a certain length. And even then, like I was running short, like I had to cut stuff during the presentation. So just getting prepared for it. I did rehearse like a couple of parts of it where I wanted to make sure that what I was talking about matched up with like the video that was playing at the time. So that was pretty much it, though. A lot of it is kind of like, when you're outlining a video essay and you want like what you're talking about to line up with what's on screen. So it all sort of came together. Dumb work job, actual job, plus like all the other stuff kind of came together to make it a little bit easier than it was. But it was a lot of work, but yeah, glad it's over.
Well, I'm glad that something else isn't over. It was a while that Unsung Horrors was off the airwaves for a little bit, and now you've been back at it almost a year. How's the year gone? I've been excited to hear every episode.
Yeah, it's been a good year. We had a few guests back again. We just capped off No Rules November with Abraham Castillo Flores. And we're taking December and January. Well, we have an episode coming out next week, but we recorded that at the end of November. Like we take this time off We'll be back in February though. But next week is our end of year episode, where in the past we have shared, film discoveries, our favorite, new to me watches. Neither Lance or I watch enough new movies to create any kind of like favorite 2025 or lists, so it would just be ridiculous. But this year we decided to do something a little bit different. Instead, do film resolutions, which is what you and I are going to talk about later. My completely different lists, though. I made a lot of resolutions.
Dang, you're gonna have a busy year then.
I mean, I made them like all easy, like they're all layups. I'm not challenging myself in any way, shape, or form next year.
Right. Interesting. I was wondering about that. I was wondering if they were going to be crossover or what. So
Nope.
That's cool. That's
No,
cool.
you have a set, and then I have a set for next week's episode, so everyone can hear all 10 of my resolutions if they listen.
Well, that is exciting. Another thing, you have done seemingly more contributions this year than I thought you were doing at the time, but it is a busy year this year.
Yeah.
What releases you been on?
I've got a lot of work on like Shaw Brothers this year, and a few of those I've done with Lance, just because, especially when I'm we're doing commentaries, I'm not in a place where I'm comfortable doing those on my own yet. But let's see, we had. Sorry, I have to look at my list because I don't remember.
Right.
Not like I've done so many. It's just I have a really shitty memory. So Men from the Gutter. I had a visual essay on that, which we talked about when I popped in last time. That one's not out yet.
You can still tell us. Go right ahead.
No. Not. I don't even remember what was this year. Was Possession of Joel Delaney this year?
I think so, yeah. I think that was like April or May.
Okay, yeah. So that one was a lot of fun because I had a booklet essay in that one, all about like Santeria representation in film.
Yeah.
And then I'll skip ahead to one other section, but one of the things that I got recently was my Shaw Scares box set. So my contributor copy. So Lance and I did a commentary for this one on Haunted Tales. So, which is funny because the other two that are on here, Sex Beyond the Grave and Hell Has No Boundary, we did episodes in August for our Shawgist. So, but yeah, I've got a few things I'm working on right now during our podcast break. Get those done early, and very excited. I'm going to be working on something with Will. So people can look forward to that. And yeah, so it's been a good year, and I've got a couple other things lined up already for next year, but, we'll see how much I want to take on. I was already kind of getting burned out, and like our friend, Ian Jane, who joins us every year for Shawgist, and he's got a bunch of commentaries on the Arrow sets and the Shout Factory sets. Even he was like, yeah, I'm a little burned out on Shaw Brothers stuff. I don't know how Frank Jang does it, man. That guy's he's
a machine.
He can churn it out. And I'm not doing anywhere near what either of them are doing, but even I'm kind of like, So
yeah,
as long as you have an angle to approach it, where you're not just repeating the same names over and over again, I think there's something for that. So I just said yes to something that I was like, okay, yeah, I can do something interesting with that. So I'll say yes.
Well, and it sucks because we can't say the title, but I've not said this to you. I'm really excited for a TerrorVision title that you've done that's not been announced yet. That should have been announced ages ago. That I think might be my favorite thing of yours that you've done, other than the book, obviously, which is incredible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm really proud of the thing that you're talking about.
This sucks for TV, but however, I'm really, that whole release is going to be incredible. I cannot wait for them to be able to get caught up and get that announced.
Yeah. I hope to see it. I hope it sees the light of day soon.
It better. There's a lot of work done on that disc. All right, so speaking of discs, what have you been picking up lately? Because I know you don't buy a lot of stuff and you're pretty selective. So I'm always curious to hear what you're choosing.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm going back a little while. Like, this is not within like the last couple weeks or anything like that. But I did during the last Criterion Barnes and Noble sale. I went and I got one. Treated myself to one.
That's restraint, yeah.
And I got this is one of the Janus contemporaries. Evil Does Not Exist.
I still need to see that.
There we go. I've never seen it. This was a blind buy for me. So I mean, I know who the director is, and but yeah, I'm excited to watch this. And then I got John and I both ordered it, not knowing the other person ordered it. So technically this is his pickup because I accidentally got the 4K because the description did not say Blu-ray on it, but Indicator's release of Hitchhike. I haven't watched it yet. It is open. I mean, I've seen it in the past, but I have not rewatched this version of it yet. I did open it though because I wanted to watch what was the special feature called? The Coldest of Dishes. It was the documentary that Eugenio Ercolani did. You know, he's my special features crush. So I was like, well, I gotta watch that.
I love what Eugenio's been doing this year, by the way.
He's
crazy. He's everywhere.
He really is. And justifiably so. And then from Arrow, I got, again, this is from a little while back, but House of Laughing Windows.
Nice.
You can see it's shiny, not opened yet. And then the Behemoth.
It's a pretty incredible release. It's kind of crazy that by the fourth of these, that they nailed the one that I think everybody's like most excited for so far.
Yeah, that was like, okay, I haven't spent a lot of money this year.
Right.
I did not, we didn't do Vinegar Syndrome this year. I spent some money at the Black Friday sale, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I bought 4 titles, and they were all ones from this year, and these were the only ones that I was like, these were ones that I was bummed that we didn't have a subscription for. But I told myself, I was like, I'm just going to pick them up at the Black Friday sale. It's fine. And it was 4, and that was it. And then I was asking John if he had bought anything, and I think he only had bought like 2 things from Vinegar Syndrome this year. So, we haven't talked about whether we're subscribing for 2026. I don't think so. I know that's going to come up later, I think.
It is, and it's kind of hard because it seems like this year, I don't know if it was like catch up, but there was just a lot of upgrades this year, and I know you and I are on the same fence on that. It's like we'd rather discover something than have, this has been released 5 times over the last 10 years across 4 territories or whatever. So it's tough. But on the one hand, and VS does this often, it seems like every other year is an incredible year. So you would think 2026 might be great, but gosh, it's hard to put trust in that after this year.
I mean, I trust a lot of what they do, and a few years ago, even like this year, 2025 releases, I was more open to having, curation for me.
Yeah,
but I think I've just become so incredibly frugal in the last year and a half that I'm just like, I can't like let someone else pick for me anymore. Yeah. Like I can't. I need to have more control over where my money goes. So, and that's really what it comes down to. Cause I kind of, I miss, that box showing up every month. Yeah. And even though I know what's in it, it's like still, it's still nice having that. But I can't justify that cost up front, and especially in January coming off of the holidays, like, cause this pile that I just showed doesn't even like show like what I bought for John for Christmas and all that other stuff. So, sucks, but
Obviously, we both feel a lot of the same things about VS this year. I'm curious, are you I know you're still paying attention to everybody. Is there a label that still feels like they're curating to you in 2025?
Radiance is really the one that every single thing that comes out, I'm like, I would love to own that. And there's a part, and like, man, back when I had money and Radiance like first announced and they were doing that subscription, I was like, I should have just done it. I should have pulled the trigger on that.
Those that subscribed to the 3-year deal got a deal of a lifetime.
I know. It's hindsight and all that. But I mean, I feel like Radiance is really the one that stands out to me. Everything else is just sort of like, oh, that's awesome. Like, oh, what's that? And like, ew, no, so it's just a mix across the board with the exception of Radiance. I do think that Third Window, I'm really a big fan of a lot of their releases too, but of the bigger name ones, right. I would say Radiance for sure.
Well, I'll throw out a couple things that I've got to share. Not a ton came in this week. Finally got in the contributor's copy for this brand new Toxic Avengers deal. Did you happen to see this year? I don't remember you talking about it.
No, I did not.
I figured not, but it being fairly positively reviewed, I was curious if you would have seen it. This is still wild to me that we were able to be on a release of the Toxic Avenger and get involved with Tiffany Shepis. It is. Yeah. Mind-blowing to me. I did not get to see this last year, but knowing how I love animation, I knew that I had to pick up Robot Dreams. This is supposedly incredible. I literally just got it in, so yeah, still sealed. Another one that came in with it is Film Masters. I love the old religious exploitation. That's not a word. What should we call it? Christploitation. There we go. I got in the Blood of Jesus that they put out, and I've been very curious about checking this one out. I loved the art on this. Nice. That would make a really fun poster.
Yeah.
And then I didn't share it last week, I think, or no, when Will was on, somebody was saying, you and Will, neither of you got any of these. I just want to share, I did get all of the Dan Curtis stuff from Kino because these were a must, but everybody was getting them. So I didn't want to share the same thing across the board as everybody.
Yeah.
What have you been watching? Because I know that you're not watching the same things I am.
Yeah. So we'll get into this a little bit when we get into resolutions, but I've been kind of mainlining a lot of Hong Kong stuff because I'm trying to get all of that out of my system this year so that I can focus on something else. So there's been quite a few Hong Kong movies. But in particular, I'm not going to bring up any of those because hang on, I got to go to my letterbox because I don't know what I'm watching. One that I did really like, though, that I will bring up Hong Kong is The Secret from 1979. Anne Hui. Really amazing murder mystery, which this doesn't spoil it a little bit. A lot of people compared it to Don't Look Now. And not just because there's a red coat involved with it, but just the whole atmosphere of it very much feels in that vein. So I really enjoyed that. The Secret from 1979. I'd seen it before, but we went to a random, I wouldn't call it wasn't a planned double feature, but it was playing. They were both playing at Austin Film Society. We saw Strangers on a Train and A Chinese Ghost Story in the same day. So that was a fun day.
Dang.
At AFS. I watched Beast of War. I watched a 2025 movie. And you know what? I liked it.
I'm so glad. I've been eager to see this one.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's great, but I know a lot of people really liked it. I liked it a lot more because I like shark movies. This one, to me, just having a practical shark in it, it has so many just tropes of other types of movies that I was just like, all right, this is tired and whatever. Give me more shark. I like the shark very much that I ended up giving it 3 stars. So, which is good for me.
That's great for a modern film. Yeah.
Everyone clap. And then we're planning to go see No Other Choice on Christmas. So in order to get my Wook excitement turned up, we watched Thirst the other night, which I had never seen. I'd been saving it. So loved it. Can't wait to see No Other Choice. One of the highlights that I've ever, one of my highlight movie going experiences was from Fantastic Fest a few years ago, where Park Chan-wook was there with his new movie. And I went to see Joint Security Area, and it was amazing. He was there with Annie Choi was translating for him. And I was at first upset that the theater wasn't filled, like not every seat was taken. And I was like, what are these people doing? Like, Park Chan-wook's here. Like,
yeah.
Fuck. And
just chilling.
Yeah. So but yeah, that was a great experience. And so I finally watched Thirst. It's one of those things where, like, I know it's going to be good. Hey, Celeste. So I'd been waiting, and I was like, you know what, let's just watch it because we're going to go see No Other Choice at Christmas, and I want to see it. So
I don't know if you saw Josh is here too, by the way.
Oh, yay. Hi.
So I got lucky. I got to see No Other Choice last month at a film festival, and I truly think you're going to love it. It is such a big fuck you to capitalism and like the corporate world. It is great. It is very much needed right now. Did you see, I think it's in New York, they're doing a special screening where CEOs of tech companies can come watch it for free. You just have to prove you're a CEO. And just the branding of that is hilarious.
None of them are going to go, but
of course not.
That.
I love the idea. It's so much fun.
Yeah. What have you been watching, sir?
Very different things, because my year has been things that I can't talk about, and then to kind of like blow off steam, I go and watch brand new movies and complain about them a lot.
I like to do that too.
It's fun, but I like them a little more than you. So this last weekend, I did see the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. I thought it was fine. It's I actually like it more than the original. I've never been a big fan of the original one. It's just.
I haven't even seen it, and that's like the worst take I've ever heard, Ryan.
I'm not a big fan of the cheesiness of it. That's never been my thing. I'm sorry. So it's okay. Anyways, the other thing, have you heard of Sirat?
Spell it.
Sirat. It's a Spanish film, and you would love it because there is a child death.
Oh.
Maybe I should not have said that because it is a spoiler. I
don't care. It's always a spoiler when someone tells me there's a dead kid. So,
well, I say that, but 800 people are going to hopefully see this eventually.
Oh, well, they should want to see it for the right reasons, and that's because it's already in my watch list. That means, did you already tell me about this?
I might have.
Nope.
This movie is kind of incredible. It starts off like deep in the heart of the rave scene in Spain. And it takes you on
what scene?
The rave, RAVE.
Oh, V. Jesus. Wow. I thought
rave.
Yeah. Wow.
This is not an Alexander Nicholas film. It is the rave scene, and this child and his father, they are on their way they're at this rave. They're trying to find like the child's sibling, the father's other child that didn't run away because they're like 19, but they've not known where this other person is for like 5 months. So they're trying to track him down, and they're into the rave scene. So they went there to check him out. And somebody at the rave says, well, there's another one coming up. If you want to go, like, we'll take you to the next one and you can check there. And the whole film is basically about the journey to this second rave. And this takes crazy turns. Things like I could have listed 800 things that I would think might be in this movie. There are things that happen in this movie that would be like 10 lists down from that. It's kind of crazy. You would like a lot of it. Okay.
I hope it doesn't bring back any bad memories of when I used to go to raves.
No, there's very little of that. Very little of that. But that's really funny. I'm sorry, Dustin. Dustin says everybody hit yourself on the head to forget the Surratt spoiler. Yeah, I won't even mention what it was. And then the other one that I watched that I want to talk about, because I feel like hardly anybody's talking about this, is Left-Handed Girl. This is a Taiwanese film that premiered on Netflix, shot entirely on iPhone, written by Sean Baker in part, and it is directed by Sean Baker's longtime collaborator Shin-Soo Shu, and it's very good. Another movie that is like very human, very set in a very time and place, and you're just looking at a snippet of their life, and it's directed very well. I will say, as it goes for a modern film, it is shot on iPhone, so it's not going to be like lush and textured. But there's something about this movie, the blues in this movie are gorgeous, and it made me want to just go visit like the markets in Taiwan. It is so pretty to look at. Really great movie, good ending. I feel like they really nailed it with this one. Sean's a great writer, so I'm not really surprised there, but I truly liked it.
I hope this goes somewhere besides Netflix.
It probably won't, sadly. That's just how it goes nowadays.
Fine. I need to give credit. Bill is the one who told me about Surratt, so I want to make sure.
Nice. I'm glad Bill saw it, because it does seem like one that Bill would list on his end of year list. It's so good. Yeah, and Sean Baker is highlighting Left-Handed Girl all over the place. That's for sure. All right. Before we get into announcements, like Erica said, after this, we're talking about our film resolutions for next year, things that we want to do, things that we want to focus on, just any like promise to ourselves we're making for 2026. And I want to hear everybody else's in the chat. I'm very curious to hear yours now, too. Anything else you want to cover? Anything else coming up that has been announced that you can hype, or anything for Unsung Horrors you want to hype up? You got a January movie you want people to watch?
No. No, I just want to be left alone for the next 2 months. That's it.
All right. I am excited for you to be completely sequestered from the world. Let's get into it, and you can hit me on the head again, because our first discussion tonight, Silent Night, Deadly Night, 4K Steelbook from Cineverse, is coming out on February 17th already. Yes, this just premiered in theaters this last week, and they are riding high on the publicity and want you to pre-order it now. Like I said, the movie's pretty good. I thought it was well done. We've got the guy from Halloween Kills, which makes Erica cringe, as the main star here is Billy. And the big thing, I thought Ruby Modine, Matthew Modine's daughter, she is like the counterpart to Billy here. She is the Pamela. I thought she was really fun in this movie. Yeah, you can pick this up, Blu-ray, 4K, standard, all that stuff. Silent Night, Deadly Night. You going to see it someday?
I believe I am, because somebody told me that there is a dead kid in it. So
there is, yeah.
So I am going to eventually have to see it, but I'm going to try to lean on the library a lot more in 2026.
Yeah, that checks out. All right, next we got a couple announcements from Imprint. I'm going to be talking about Imprint a lot tonight. March 25th, we got a Blu-ray box set of the Sidney Lumet Volume 2. This box set has The Wiz, Daniel, A Stranger Among Us, Critical Care, which is the first time on Blu-ray anywhere in the world, and Gloria from 1999, first time anywhere in the world on Blu-ray. We got some new extras here. The main one that I want to talk about is The Wiz from 1978. This is the last physical media contributions of the late Lee Gambin, the person that I respected maybe more than most people before I started doing all this myself. He was an incredible person, and he got this stuff done early. When they knew that they had signed these, he did this commentary a while back. He also hired Michelle Kisner to do the visual essay on this, and I really need to see this disc. I'm just so excited to pick up more from his contributions.
Yeah.
But yeah, new extras all over this. We got new commentary by Adrian Martin on Daniel. We've got new featurette on Sidney Lumet's later years over on A Stranger Among Us. Critical Care's new commentary by Howard S. Berger and Nathaniel Thompson. And then some more new special features coming eventually. Gloria, no new extras, but that's because it seems to be everybody's response to this. Everybody that's seen Gloria kind of hates it. So there we go. Then they also offered another box set. This is a directed by John Mackenzie box set covering from 1980 to 92. We've got The Long Good Friday, The Honorary Consul, The Fourth Prodigal, The Fourth Protocol. Ruby, first time anywhere in the world on Blu-ray from 92, and this is all coming in a 4-disc hard box. Other than A Long Good Friday, you've seen any of these other three?
I thought I had seen Ruby, but no. What's the Michael Caine one?
The Michael Caine one is The Fourth Protocol from 1987.
No, I have not seen that.
I don't think I have either. Obviously, The Long Good Friday I've seen, and it's great.
Yeah.
New commentary by Matthew Asprey Gear on the honorary console. Nothing new, but all kinds of archival stuff on The Fourth Protocol. And then Ruby gets new commentary by Kevin Lyons. Yeah, I need to see more of these. Long Good Friday, if you've seen it, hopefully you know that it's great, and check it out. All right, next up. Okay, so this is kind of funny to me. Maybe it shouldn't be. Lionsgate sent an email about their American Psycho 4K Steelbook that they just re-released a special one with some new bonus features. They announced to everybody that, hey, we screwed up and we sent you the wrong disc in there and we got to send you a replacement disc. Turns out the old 4K disc just got printed again. All those brand new special features that they put all the time and effort into just forgotten off the disc, and they sent out the old disc anyway. So if you ordered this, you will be getting it. But because this is a site exclusive, nobody has to prove that they bought it. So you'll just get the disc immediately. And that's the really nice part, is when you screw up a site exclusive, nobody has to send emails.
Good job, Lionsgate.
Next, May 5th, Warner Brothers is releasing a 4K Steelbook of the brand new It, Welcome to Derry Season 1. I know you love some Stephen King stuff. How excited are you to watch this adaptation?
0 out of 10. I mean, I don't have, what was this on HBO?
Yeah.
But also, as much as I love Stephen King, I love back in my day, Stephen King, right. I don't want to watch the, I watched the new It movies. I didn't care for them. I had zero interest in this, even though I was told that there's, more dead kids. But I don't
lots of dead kid spoilers tonight. I love it.
Yeah, well, But yeah, I don't care about this.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see this. I will see it someday, hopefully. But yeah, the amount of time for watching a TV series takes up too much. There's so many other things to watch.
Yeah, agreed.
That's also coming out in the UK, by the way, and it's coming out in a standard Blu-ray, no standard 4K, but check that out if you are into it. Next, coming soon on Blu-ray from Kino is The Lost Man from 1969. This is a Sidney Poitier film that I need to see. I've seen this poster many, many times. I've always been very curious about the pose in this poster and how this fits into the movie, but I need to see this for sure.
Yeah, I missed this one. They had a Sidney Poitier retrospective a few years ago at AFS, and I missed it. So I hope to see this one. And Celeste, no, I am not going to watch it because it's a TV show.
I don't remember. Is there? I know there's a section on made-for-TV movies in the book, if I remember right. But is there anything on TV shows or
No. There are made-for-TV movies in the book, and I included a few movies that technically were TV shows, but then got they've now been collectively sort of decided we'll just call it a movie,
right?
So there's some of that, but I'm not watching Welcome to Derry. I don't care.
All right. Next up, Kino is putting out a 4K soon of MacArthur from 1977. This is Gregory Peck starring as MacArthur. This will have Dolby Vision. No release date on this. It'll come out eventually. This is a Joseph Sargent movie with a nice Jerry Goldsmith score, it sounds like. I need to see this one.
Same.
Adam says, I like Erica's stance against TV shows. They generally suck. So you got a fan there.
Okay. I mean, there are some TV shows that I like, but no, I can't remember the last time I actually sat down to watch anything new as a television show. That's also just comes with me not having any streaming, except PBS. They get my $5 a month.
Good. Good. Like I said, Welcome to Derry is also getting a standard Blu-ray and DVD in the US and the UK. Here is the art for that. Check it out. But this one's kind of cool. Over in Germany on, today, Cape Light is releasing The Addams Family, the TV series that we were just shooting on TV series. There's a lot of TV series we're going to talk about tonight. They're putting out the whole complete series on Blu-ray for the first time anywhere in the world. They have confirmed that this will be English friendly, so that is a plus. You can pre-order this from Diabolic already, so if you really want this and you love the show, this will be the way to get it.
Wait, does that say D Addams Family?
Yes.
Why is it German for the, but family is not in German? Like it should be Family for German.
I believe when they copy the title itself, it's not the subject, whatever it is, the thes and the a's and ands, those are always translated to be different, but I think they keep the main thing sometimes. I'm not sure.
I don't like it.
It is. I
mean, I still want it, but I don't like it.
I get it. Yes. I do like this cover, and I do like, I will say one
gets it. The Bart the.
One big thing I love about Cape Light is that they advertise with this picture that the sticker is peelable. I really wish everybody would do that so that you know that you're not buying something that's stuck there. All right. This one is interesting. You can pick up a Blu-ray and DVD here in the U.S. from a self-published release of a film called Clocking the T from 2018. Now, one of the main reasons I posted this as an announcement is I don't think I've seen this before. They are advertising for this. A part of these special features is that they're giving you all of the files for 2 dailies, and they want you to be able to edit the scene yourself. So you can take it and be a filmmaker and like compare to what they ended up with, and you can make your own version. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, and I don't have any interest in it, but I appreciate the hustle. You put your own thing out, and I appreciate that this is something new and other people would want to do this, just not me.
Yes, exactly that. Next up, a label that I don't think I've had to talk about in like 10 months. Anti-World's releasing over in the UK, which is like a sister company to Indicator, I believe. January 26th, they are releasing a Blu-ray of a new film called Miss Mantler from 2025. This is limited to 1,000 only. It will have the CD with it, and that is because this is a dark stream of consciousness fever dream that resembles nothing you've seen before. It's a collaboration between the director and Nurse with Wound, the band Nurse with Wound. And so the film grew out of animated visuals for a live Nurse with Wound show. The main character of the Miss Mantler is taken from a collage by one of the individuals associated with it. It's a post-apocalyptic landscapes pictured in a number of major films that are now part of the collective unconscious. You see Terminator and The Road are clear influences for this release. His obstinate close-up dive into the physicality of surviving, however, is its own thing. This will have the audio CD, like I said, and then an 8-panel digipack packaging featuring new artwork and limited to 1,000, but it is region-free. I really like that they're doing this. This is pretty cool.
I'm interested, but it does sound like a little bit too inside my own head. So
yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that.
Brendan loving the band. Yeah, lots of people excited about this. I have to admit, I had never heard of Nurse with Wound before this announcement. All right. Next up, the newish Jackie Chan film, The Shadow's Edge, is getting a 4K and Blu-ray over in the UK on February 16th from Cine Asia. This is a 2025 film. This will have a collector's booklet with an action featurette, some music videos, and then some directors and cast greeting clips. I read that. I was like, are they just saying hi and waving? And that's the whole featurette. A photo gallery, some trailers, and that is it. Have you always been into Jackie Chan? Is this somebody that you like?
Not since like the 90s. Like I love all like Police Story, all that, that era, Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I have zero interest in this. Like, I'm not keeping up with Jackie Chan. Like, he's got. I try to keep my, artists separated from the artist, the art, and all that. But he's got some takes that I just don't care for, and I don't. He's still alive. Like, I don't. There's people who are dead now that I'm like, wow, that was a shitty person, but they're not getting any more money from me because they're dead. Right. But I don't know. I don't have any interest in seeing a Jackie Chan 2025 movie.
Not only does he have some takes, he's made some bad choices.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's enough about Jackie. Criterion announcements. I'm very curious to hear what you say about these. March 24th, we get our most surprising one. We get a 4K Blu-ray and DVD release of Killers of the Flower Moon from 2023. This is a Martin Scorsese film, of course. We get a brand new 4K digital master approved by the director. We've got a new documentary featuring Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, David Grand, the Osage Nation Principal Chief Jeffrey Standing Bear, Osage cultural consultant John Williams, the editor, Thelma Schoonmaker, and other members of the cast and crew. We've got a song for the Osage, a new documentary illuminating the film's final shot, which I loved. We've got excerpts from the 2023 Cannes Film Festival press conference. We got a short program on the cover art. We've got a trailer, lots of stuff here, plus an essay by Vincent Cunningham and film programmer Adam Perrone. I know that a lot of people thought this was not surprising. It's a Scorsese film. However, this is a pretty big deal because this is the first time that Apple themselves have licensed something to another company, as far as I can tell. Everything else that they put out that you're going to say, well, Apple stuff has been released before, those were done by the production companies. Apple did not own the home video rights. Like F1 earlier this year was a Warner Brothers home video release, not Apple. But I guess Coda coming out a month or two ago, that was the first big Apple physical media move. However, this was not a given. Them licensing it is pretty cool. Did you get to see Killers of the Flower Moon? Is this something you were excited to see?
I did see it in theater. I enjoyed it very much. I did not realize that this was a big deal because I didn't even know who owned the physical media rights to it. So I am happy for everyone that's excited for this.
Well, and for everybody that was like, oh, finally it's on physical media. Don't forget, this did have an Italian 4K release. It was readily available. And yes, I will be buying it a second time because there's so much about this that is important. The cover art getting a featurette is important either way.
Oh, okay. So did a lot of people buy the Italian one because they didn't think this was ever going to happen?
Yes, like Orbit, Diabolic, and Atomic, and a bunch of places, they all imported it, and we all bought it up as soon as it was in stock every time. And Sib, Ted Lasso was not done by Apple, actually. It was a production ran release. Yeah, that was not Apple themselves. All right, so that's Killers of the Flower Moon. That's the first title. Next up, March 10th, we're getting Verdiana from 1961. This is coming on 4K and Blu-ray from them. This was previously a Radiance release. And this is a Buñuel film. We've got a new 4K digital restoration. We've got all the extras on here are extras that were on previous releases of this, I believe. I may be wrong there, but I think that's the case. Buñuel, I know that you've got a couple things to say about Buñuel.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan. This is one that I would definitely add to my ever-growing list I'll buy it at the next Criterion sale, I swear. Though no, I'm excited to have this. He's somebody whose movies, whenever I watch, I want to immediately rewatch him, but I also want to kind of sit with them for a while and then revisit it when I'm at a different point in my life. Because I feel like the first time I watched one, I was way too young and I was like, what's this? And I didn't quite get it. And I feel like I'm in a place now where they sit much better with me, especially after fucking 2025, man. Like they sit very well with me now.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, next up from them, March 17th, we're getting a Blu-ray only of Testament from 1983. For those that don't know, this is a nuclear-themed film that is very good. This was released previously by Imprint. This has most of the extras from the Imprint release, but the Imprint disc does have a couple things that are missing on this one. So if you got that first one and you love this movie, which I don't know how much this is a rewatch, but this movie is quite good. Have you seen Testament, Erica?
I have not. I will say that this artwork is like depressing and spot on.
Yeah. I was going to mention that because I saw a couple of people saying, what is this art or what is this poster or whatever? This is the poster it should be. It is harrowing. There are some new things on here. We got a new conversation between Littman and author Sam Wasson. There is a couple documentaries on here. There's Testament at 20, which I really liked this Testament at 20 featurette, so definitely something to watch. There's a couple other things here, and then an essay by Michael Koreski. This movie is rough. There is, so many people that will say, I can never watch Threads again. To me, this is like a little more real than Threads and a little more difficult to rewatch for sure. All right.
Well, I'm definitely not watching it this year. Right. I've had a rough year.
That's all right. It doesn't come out till March. You're good. All right. I'm going to not exercise my French and allow Erica to say. On March 17th, we're getting a 4K and Blu-ray. How do you say this, Erica?
Class 2 risks.
Okay. That was way better than I would have. This is from 1960 and says, after hiding out in Milan for nearly a decade, that's too far away for me to read. Fugitive gangland chief Abel Davos sneaks back to Paris with his children, despite a death sentence hanging over his head, accompanied by appointed guardian Eric Stark. Fresh off his start turn in Breathless is Jean-Paul Belmondo. And beset by backstabbing former friends, Abel begins a throat-grabbing, soul-searching journey through the post-war Parisian underworld. I've never seen this movie. I don't think. Have you seen this one?
I have not, but I am immediately, and I saw Lino and Jean-Paul Belmondo pop up, and I'm like, I'm already in. I don't even know what this movie is about, but I'm in. This is something like I'll probably buy for John for his birthday or something.
Yeah, that's a hell of a cast immediately. And there was a BFI release. That makes sense. So this one, we've got excerpts from a 2003 documentary. We've got interview with the novelist and co-screenwriter on this. We've got some archival interview footage, essays by Bertrand Tavernier and Bin, a reprinted interview with Sauté, and a 1962 tribute by Jean-Pierre Melville. And yes, I need to see this as well. Ronnie, it's not personal. I can't read French. I admitted to it. I'm awful. That is probably the worst language I deal with, which sucks too, dealing with immigration stuff, because honestly, there's a lot less French immigrants that come in than a lot of the other countries. So I deal with those languages much more often. All right, March 31st on Blu-ray is A Man and a Woman from 1966. This is not one that I've seen. I don't even think I'd heard of this one. This one's a Oscar-winning international sensation with a brand new 2K digital restoration, new interview with the director, a making of doc shot on location, archival footage at the Cannes Film Festival from 1966, a short film from 76, and an essay by Carrie Rickey. Is this one that you know?
I know of it, and I am going to make a note to request this from my library as soon as it becomes available.
Nice. Are they pretty good with Criterion titles, at least?
Yeah, they are.
I've seen the, oh gosh, I can't remember what it was. There was something you shared in the Unsung Horrors Discord like a year ago that you got from the library. I was like, man, I need to go to the library more.
Yeah. There was some. What did I just order? I just ordered or requested a Tony Jaa movie called Striking Rescue, and I requested it way back when someone first told me there was a dead kid in it. More spoilers, and then they approved it, and I was like, "Holy shit! All right,
yeah, cheers
to you, Austin Public Library." And then it still hasn't come in yet. They've like approved it and they're like, oh, it's on order. And now, of course, it's like, streaming on fucking Tubi or something. I'm like, I'm trying to support the library and you're taking so fucking long. Come on.
Josh says, I think that was me.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Next up, one that I'm excited for. Coming on March 31st, a 4K and Blu-ray release of The Blade from 1995. This is a Shui Hark film. Among the boldest accomplishments of Hong Kong cinema's golden age, this uniquely visceral martial arts movie puts a gritty new spin on the story of the one-armed swordsman, an iconic figure from the moment he was introduced by the Shaw brothers in 1967. And this is very divisive. Some people think this is awful, and then there are other people that are like, this is the masterpiece from the 90s.
This movie is fucking great. I love this movie. If you like, I mean, really, if you like anything that Choi Hark did in the 90s, if you like Shaw Brothers, or any type of like wuxia movies, like, this movie's great.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this. I want to own this.
I love the cover on this too. It's this will look nice on the shelves of Barnes & Noble and call out to people for sure. We got a new commentary on here by the one that we mentioned earlier, Mr. Frank Jang. Got to go sit. I think he said that he sat in maybe it was Francis Ford Coppola's office for this one to record it. They had him come down and do it, and it was that or Paul Schrader, one of like a big director's name. And he's like, "Yeah, I got to sit at his desk and get this recorded for Criterion. It was nice." There's a documentary from 2006 on here, new visual essay by Taylor Ramos and Tony Zhao. The New York Asian Film Festival Q&A with Shui from 2011 has some footage here, and then an essay by Lisa Morton, who is an author. I definitely need to be this one.
Nice.
All right. Next, we've got some cool stuff coming out of Sweden, which is rare for us to say. December 17th, Club Super 8, which is the one of the newer OCN partner labels, which could indicate that this could get a U.S. release from them eventually. That's not a guarantee, but just saying it's a possibility. They are putting out a Nikatsu Sweden Poruno line, is what they call it over there. And this first title is House of the Beast from 1973. And for the record, if you are into these, you can go on their site, and they are also selling a collection of all 6 films from this line that they're going to be doing. So that they're going to be doing 6. We're only talking about 2 tonight, and it's slightly discounted. I will say, if you buy direct from their site, their stuff's pretty expensive, but you can usually get these from retailers like Diabolic, which I think you can pre-order there right now. And then Brother Belial should get them, Atomic should get them, Orbit should get them. So yeah, pretty cool. This one though. 3 escaped convicts rob a gun shop in Stockholm before heading into the countryside, where one of them is hidden a stash of money. They seek refuge in an old manor and take the owners hostage. But the family that lives there proves to be both bizarre and depraved. Soon, everyone is entangled with everyone else, sexually and otherwise, until all boundaries collapse and it becomes unclear who truly holds power inside the manor. This says the director Shogoro Nishimura made 85 Roman Poruno films for Nikatsu between 1971 and 1987. This is going to be newly restored, and it is the first time ever that the films have been shown outside of Japan. This Blonde Animals is a featurette on here. Swedish Sin through the lens of Nikatsu Roman Poruno. Visual essay by Johan Nordstrom. There's going to be a visual essay by Ricard Gramfers, who is the owner of Club Super 8. We have an image and poster gallery, a theatrical trailer, and then a commentary with the one and only Mr. Jasper Sharp, and then Johan Nordstrom's on there, and Ricard Gramfers all joined him as well.
Wow. It's stacked.
I'm assuming you haven't seen this then.
No, I have not seen any of these. I'm familiar with them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them though. I'll wait till I'll let Celeste weigh in on them first, and then I'll decide.
The gentlemen behind the Two in the Pinku podcast have been pushing for these this week because supposedly they're pretty great.
Nice.
Next up, also on December 17th on this, as part of that line, is Drops of Honey from 1973. This is an atmospheric, tragic, and melodramatic story of an ice hockey player who becomes obsessed with a mysterious red-haired woman with a dark secret. The hockey player, Alan, has problems with his frigid wife, maybe because she's stuck in the hockey rink. After a match, he is turned on by the mysterious Eva. After a night of lovemaking, they are separated. Alan eventually ends up at a sex club where his wife is making out with his best friend. Eva performs in a live sex show wearing only a pair of enormous swan wings. Alan is enchanted by Eva and begins to desperately search for her. And this is Nikatsu's profound, quote, Bergman film with several Ingmar Bergman-like tropes, which I have to see this.
Okay, well now I'm definitely in. Yeah.
There's
the other
another.
one I was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm intrigued. This one, I'm like, all these just all the things you kept listing and then ending it with Bergman. I'm like, all right, fine.
All those disparate words.
Your Peruno.
All those disparate words. Hockey, Swan, Sex Club. Yeah, and then Bergman. What a day. All right. And then pretty much the identical extras from the other release. I think they all worked on these at the same time. So that's nice. These look pretty good. I am eager to see them. Keeping it in the adult world, you can get from Ultra Flesh Lives, or what is their full title? Ultra Flesh Archives right now. They're putting out Wild Heart, the Leslie Winston collection. This is a legend of the golden age of adult film and an AVN Hall of Fame inductee. Leslie Winston appeared in hundreds of magazines, nearly 100 loops, films, and videos during a career spanning 2 decades. This will be 15 8mm Super 8 films transferred and restored in HD with authentic film projector sound. Full running commentary by Leslie Winston herself, a photo gallery. There's going to be a bonus Leslie Winston loop, restoration featurette, the succulent disco sounds of sex, rare restored vintage nudie film, 4-panel color insert, double-sided cover art, die-cut info card with a strip of 8mm film included with it. There's an exclusive Leslie Winston trading card, all housed in a beautiful spot gloss side load sleeve, and this has about 3 hours of footage in there. Plus, if you are one of the first 500 to order, you can get the signature edition, which is going to be signed by Leslie Winston herself.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
I'll wait again for Celeste to weigh in on this one, too.
Celeste definitely will. I love this joke. Silent Mandibles thought when I said AVN Hall of Famer, he thought I meant avian, like she's part Redford. Hilarious. All right. Next, Exit Protocol from this year is coming on BDR Blu-ray on January 6th from Wellgo USA or on a DVD. This is starring Dolph Lundgren and Michael Jai White. And that cover art is not putting a lot of confidence in my soul.
No. Moving on.
But there's a trailer, Erica.
Okay.
No, let's talk about this one because this is one of the more exciting announcements.
Shit, Angel Guts, hell yeah.
February 23rd on Blu-ray from Third Window Films over in the UK is the Angel Guts collection covering 1979 to 94. We've got Angel Guts Red Classroom, Angel Guts Nami, Angel Guts Red Porno, Angel Guts Red Vertigo, and then Angel Guts Red Flash is on here as like a bonus film. It was also in their Tales of Nami collection that they put out recently. On Red Classroom, we got a new commentary by Jasper Sharp. We got a visual essay by Frankie Balboa, 2 archival interviews with Takashi Ishii. On Nami, we got a new commentary by Jasper Sharp, new visual essay by James Belmont, and an archival interview with Noboru Tanaka. On Red Porno, we got a commentary by Tom Mess, another commentary by Sam Deegan, an archival interview with Toshiharu Ikeda, and an archival interview with Takashi Ishii. And then that bonus disc, like I said, it's a copy from that last collection. But Angel Guts, tell us about it, Erica.
I honestly, I have these downloaded and I can go delete them now. I got them from perfectly legal means. I should backtrack there for a second. But I'm gonna hold out, and I can't wait. I've been meaning to watch these. They've just been like sitting on a pile on my computer. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. All the people involved. Frankie Balboa is on this. Sam, Tom Mess, I'm in. Like, you got all the movies in there. Oh wow, this is going to be the announcement of the night for me. This is awesome. See, this is why I ignored your page all week, so you can get a genuine reaction out of me. So I can be like, fuck it, I don't care about this. Like, oh hell yeah, Angel Guts.
This is one, like, I'm shocked more people didn't reach out to you. Just say, dude, how excited are you? Anyway.
I mean, people only reach out to me about dead kids, so that's
you branded very well.
Yeah, I tried. Although Adam in the chat seems a little disconcerted about the frequent discussion of dead children. So
that's true.
Sorry, guy.
Celeste's beat Eric are big advocates of legal adjacent cinema view. I mean, the amount of times I watch Plex and ask other people to get me films so I can edit with them, yes, I'm not fully against it.
Yeah. If they were just available everywhere and people weren't like gatekeeping them and saying like, oh, just, you can't have them.
Yeah.
if it were just easier to have movies, then I wouldn't have to, go roundabout ways. But anyway, Cry of the Banshee. Okay. This is exciting too.
It is, and it's kind of an interesting one to dive into here. So February 9th, Hammer over in the UK is releasing the film Cry of the Banshee from 1970 on 4K and Blu-ray. Now, what's interesting, this is not a Hammer film. This is a film being released by Hammer, not a Hammer film, starring Vincent Price, and it is one of Gordon Hessler and Chris Wicking's acclaimed run of films for AIP UK. This has been painstakingly restored by Hammer in 4K from the original negatives. We are going to have the original director's cut in both widescreen and full frame aspect ratios, and AIP's re-edited theatrical version alongside new and archival materials. We got a new commentary by Chris Alexander, new interview with Kim Newman, archival interview with the director Gordon Hessler, and then we need to talk about, too, the fact that we've got a brand new line to talk about. So this is Hammer Presents. This is the first title in Hammer Presents, and they have, just by what they're doing and like what they funded for their restoration work and all that, they've acquired a bunch of other catalogs, and they can't just release those under the name of Hammer because they're not Hammer films. Mm-hmm. So we have Hammer Presents. Every title in the Hammer Presents collection will be sourced from brand new HD restorations by award-winning partner Silver Salt Restoration. I kind of like that they are telling us who is doing the restoration work. You've got a name associated with it. Most companies do not say that. They are going to ensure that they're consistently at exceptional standards for what they're releasing. Audio is carefully cleaned. Visual detail from the original film materials is preserved always. Each edition will also feature a focused set of special features designed to illuminate the film's history, craft, and cultural impact, giving context for all of their releases. This will continue with future releases spanning folk horror, gothic terror, psychological thrillers, and cult classics from across British horror specifically. And then they announced a second release coming soon will be a Blu-ray only release, not 4K, of the incredibly strange and unsettling Crucible of Horror. So you got something else to look for. Cry the Banshee. Tell us about it.
I'm very excited. Well, I like Cry of the Banshee. I'm not like, must own. But the fact that it's being presented by Hammer and all of this, like, have you bought any of the Hammer's releases?
I have. I will say the one Curse of the Vampire that they did and Warner Archive did, I opted for the Warner one or the Hammer one. Mm-hmm. Blown away. The amount of attention into everything is astonishing.
Yeah. Like, so we have 3, soon to be 4 after Christmas. That's okay. John won't watch this. He won't know. But those have been just phenomenal releases. Like it's a hefty price tag for one movie, but the amount that goes into that and, just the book that goes in, all of it, it's just amazing. Like, I think the Quatermass one he had also had like 3 different versions of something. I don't remember. I don't have them next to me, but I would have come more prepared if I knew like this was in the announcements tonight. But
yeah,
John, who keeps getting mentioned, is my partner. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this Hammer Presents and that they're not just doing their own films. And I hope Kim Newman is on every single release, just like Frank Jang should be on every single Hong Kong release in some capacity. Then I think Kim Newman should be on all these. So
I agree. Anything British, Kim Newman should be on for sure.
Yes. Anything. I could listen to talk about any movie. I just watched/listened to Candyman with Kim Newman, and I can't remember who else did the commentary with. And I mean, man, if I could just I would just love to just sit down and talk to him. I'm like, Kim Newman, if you ever just need someone that you can just yap at during a commentary, I probably won't I won't be able to offer very much, but I would love to just sit and listen to you talk about this movie.
Was that one with Rigby as well on Candyman, I think, or Kevin Lyons, maybe?
I think it was Kevin Lyons. I don't think it was Rigby.
Yeah. Brendan is asking, was Crucible of Horror in the VS Cruel Britannia set? No. Very similarly named title. That is Crucible of Terror, not Crucible of Horror. Get your Crucible straight, Brendan. Just kidding. Different movie entirely. So yeah, you're not double dipping if you're after this one. I love this. Like, I don't know if this is a compliment or not. Adam says Kim can talk. Kim can talk. And my favorite thing, if you get him on a film that he not even loves, because Kim loves a lot of movies, but if you get him on one that he is enamored with, like, put him in a room and say, what can you tell me about Let's Scare Jessica to Death? You'll be in there. He'll talk you to death. That is one of the movies. All right. Next up is the brand new film that Eric is probably dying to see. January 20th, 4K and Blu-ray here in the U.S. from 20th Century, a.k.a. Disney, of Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, starring Jeremy Allen White. Bonus features on this, they've got a 4-act documentary called The Liner Notes Making Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. It's got just this seems lazy. It's just 4 featurettes put into one documentary. So not much there. This movie was bad. Don't feel bad.
I don't.
Good. Instead, let's talk about Naked Ambition. January 13th, Music Box Films putting out a Blu-ray and DVD of Naked Ambition from 2023. This is about Bunny Yeager. Bunny was a trailblazer whose work bucked against conservative 1950s America and helped pave the way for the feminist movement and the sexual revolution. Yet the very changes that she helped usher in would soon render her a forgotten relic until now. I've heard this is really great. This has pieces with Betty Page, Hugh Hefner, Larry King, a bunch of people that were involved in the scene, like Dita Von Teese, Dita Von Tess. I don't know why I said Dita Von Teese. Yeah, there is a lot here.
I haven't seen it, but I'm interested.
All right. Next up, are you going to watch anime? I don't think I've ever heard you talk about anime much. That's what I thought. February 24th, we got a Blu-ray Steelbook in the U.S. coming from Sentai of 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. I don't know if that's how you say it. 2.5, 2.5, who knows? From 2024. You can pre-order that now. It's got 4 swappable magnetic covers if you want to personalize your Steelbook.
I'm good. Someone's going to come for you for mispronouncing like whatever you just mispronounced. So those
definitely.
anime kids, man, they're vicious.
Definitely. But now.
Oh, God. Ew.
Tell us why you adore Eli Roth.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this?
A brand new VHS of Cabin Fever.
Why? Nobody wants this. Nobody cares. Go away, Eli Roth. Stop talking.
Yeah. I love how this says, what's included? A special edition VHS copy of the original unrated film. That's it. So check it out if you want. $30 when you can get, I believe the original VHS of this was probably like $11 on eBay last week.
If that.
Yeah.
People should, never mind. Yeah, see, Adam knows. Yeah, let's skip this one. Nobody cares.
Somebody cares about VHS. It's not me.
I mean, I have like a few VHS. I have like 5 or 6 VHS. I told Will this when he was in your stream last time. I sent him a message. And I was like, hey, I've got Vibrations on VHS. It's one of the few VHS I have. I have that and my original George Lucas fucked with Star Wars trilogy. I have those. That's it.
Right.
And a couple of like just random VHS. Oh, and a few big box ones. Like I got one Emmanuel big box and The Devil and Miss Jones and I can't remember. See, no one cares about VHS. I don't even care about my own collection. Let's go.
That's really funny. And I should say I care about a lot of the VHS, not so much new releases of them.
Yeah, no. Especially when it's Eli Roth. No one cares about Eli Roth.
Second Sight on February 23rd, releasing a deluxe 4K box set and then a standard Blu-ray and 4K of The Ugly Stepsister. February 23rd, brand new 2025 film. I really want to know, did you get a chance to see this one?
I like how you frame it as, did you get a chance to see this? As if like I rush out to go see new movies unless somebody tells me that there's a dead kid in it.
No dead kid, but I truly think this would be up your alley. This is a body horror version of Cinderella done in a very unique way.
Okay.
It is truly great. Look,
I'll think about it. I'm not shelling out money for this, but I'm okay. Well, Celeste, all right. I'll think about watching it, but I'm not paying money for it.
Right. Okay, so this is going to be, if you buy the deluxe 4K box set, you get the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc. We've got a new audio commentary with the director and with filmmaker Patrick Siverson. The director is Emily Bitchfeld. I think that's probably wrong how to say that. Let me see. Yep, it's already wrong. I should not have said that. It's Blichfeld. There's an L in there. Then we got a new commentary by Megan Navarro, who is great. Glad to see her on a release. New interview with the director, a new interview with one of the actors. Sorry, a couple of the actors. A new interview with one of the effects artists. We've got the effects of The Ugly Stepsister. Kat Hughes speaking on The Ugly Stepsister. Some short films. I love that they're doing that. And then a booklet in this with writing by a bunch of great people. BJ Colangelo, Michelle Kisner, Kimberly Lezak, Jolene Marie Richardson, Katie Reif, and Amber T.
Okay. Well, Michelle's in there, so that's good.
Yeah, I like most of these people. Great looking release. I need this tomorrow. I'm curious what you're going to say about Gilmore Girls, the complete series.
You know what? All right. So every time someone brings up Gilmore Girls, they're like, "Oh, Erica, you must love this show, right?" And I'm like, "I've never seen it." They're like, "You've never seen Gilmore Girls?" I'm like, "No, I've never seen Gilmore Girls. Like, what about this show would you think like I would go out of my way to watch?" No. And they're like, "Oh, but they're like, snarky and witty like you." I'm like, I don't want to watch myself. Like, I don't even like that I'm here. Like that I'm here. I could see myself like there. I don't like this.
So May 5th, May 5th, Warner Brothers is releasing Gilmore Girls, the complete series on Blu-ray for the first time anywhere. And a lot of people are very happy about that. There will be 28 discs and it will be around $140 at retail. It'll probably go down some after that, of course. And if you want another TV show, you've got January 20th, Lucifer, the complete series coming on Blu-ray for the first time as a complete set. We'll have 22 discs and also be around $140.
I have never even heard of that show.
I don't think I had either.
Okay.
January 27th, a Blu-ray release coming from Universal of The Thing with Feathers from this year. This is starring Benedict Cumberbatch, and it is about Benedict Cumberbatch's character being left alone to raise his two young sons after his wife is killed in an accident. And this is, if you have been against the, A24 and horror versions of Trauma the movie, this is literally just pure Trauma the movie, how to deal with grief. That being said, there is some pretty cool creature effects in this. I didn't love the movie, but there is a giant crow in this movie, and they do some pretty cool things with that. It's got some creepy imagery.
Is that what is on his face? Is that like?
It is meant to be like surrealist imagery in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I literally just scratched my screen because I thought there was something on it.
Nope, your screen is fine. Here we go. This April 3rd is really cool. We're getting a 4K release from the band themselves of The Warning, live from the Auditorio Nacional in Mexico City from 2025. This is a band that I've heard a few times that is great, and I'd be curious to see this. Probably will not get this myself, but you got 25 tracks, all recorded in 4K, plus behind-the-scenes documentary and alternative music videos. Are you into any of these concert films on Blu-ray or 4K?
Right now, Ryan, come on.
I get it.
Sorry, what was your question?
It's all right. Let's talk about anime instead.
Okay.
April 14th, there's a Blu-ray coming from G-Kids of Colorful Stage, the movie, a Miku Who Can't Sing from 2025. You got 20 after-show concerts, Unit 2D music videos, non-credits openings, whatever all those means. I don't know anything about this. Enjoy. I'm going to the next one.
Good for people who are fans.
Yes. All right. The big controversy of the last 24 hours. Imprint Films in Australia has announced that they are changing their release for Halloween 1 through 5 4K steelbooks that were coming in that pumpkin holder set that was supposed to light up. And so their statement here says, "It has been a long road to Halloween 1 through 5, with our planned October release pushed out to December due to manufacturing delays and then many challenges along the way. Unfortunately, we have found a manufacturing flaw at the final stages of shipping, with our limited edition jack-o'-lantern packaging. This has led us to cancel distribution of this release at all. The unacceptable structural defect compromised the integrity of the pumpkin packaging only and in no way affects the discs or the steelbooks themselves. This decision has not been made lightly, but ultimately, as the packaging did not pass our rigorous quality standards, we cannot allow it to market in good conscience. Despite the setback, we are pleased to be reimagining the collection with a brand new limited edition steelbook library packaging. They will be housing those in that. It will also be limited to 2,000 like this first release, and it will ship in, get this, mid-May 2026. For a release that people pre-ordered this summer, was scheduled to come out in October, got pushed back till December. Now they are not coming until May of 2026. That is a huge delay.
When was it supposed to come out?
October of 2025.
Ooh. Ugh.
Yeah. And the first delay pushed it to supposed to be this week. So we'll talk about the behind the scenes details behind that in a second. They say, to our loyal online customers, thank you for your patience on this journey. We sincerely apologize for the significant delays and last minute pivot of plans. You've all been emailed directly and have been given the option to receive the newly repackaged limited edition Steelbook Library Collection with a partial refund, or you can get a full refund. So they're giving you options there at least. Any refunded units will become available for the wider public to pre-order in January once the needs of our existing customers have all been served. And here is a picture of that Steelbook library that they are now releasing with all 5 of the first 5 Halloween films housed in this Steelbook library. So, yes, originally announced as coming in the back of a pumpkin that lights up, now it is coming in a Steelbook library collection that you've seen a handful of these out there, I'm sure. This is lit the boutique Blu-ray industry community online on fire, essentially. So if, the big things here, the refund they're offering people is $50 Australian to go from the light up pumpkin to house them to this, which in US money, $33. That's the refund that they're offering. Or you can get a full refund. So I like the options. However, I would say $33 US is way not enough for a change like this. I think it should have been probably more than double that.
Did they have like a mock-up of what the pumpkin was supposed to look like? I'm curious. You don't have to
They did. It was a literal picture of like a Spirit Halloween-esque plastic pumpkin. And then on the back was, just like the Steelbook library, like 5 slots in the back of a pumpkin to hold the 5 Steelbooks. And it had a little switch on the cord to light it up while it's sitting on your shelf.
So you put the discs in the pumpkin's butt?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
So yes, this was due out in October. A couple months ago, got delayed to December. And now here's where it starts to sting for some of these people that really wanted the pumpkin thing. They sent out emails this week saying, we've received the pumpkins and we're getting ready to pack these out. You'll be receiving shipping in the next few days. And then out of nowhere, yesterday, they sent out this notice on social media and started emailing people and said, it has been canceled. And this is what we're changing it to. So the original release of this was $500 Australian dollars, which in US money, like $320, something like that.
Oh my
so
God.
After
500?
500 Australian.
Still.
Yeah. And so now 450 Australian for this library collection.
No. Immediately.
It's quite expensive.
I'm good. I still have my Halloween DVD. I'm good.
There's a lot here. I imagine most people will choose to refund fully. The partial refund is kind of crazy. I have a feeling that it's not as nefarious as some people are making it out to be. The number of times I've seen somebody say the words bait and switch over the last 24 hours that clearly don't know what bait and switch means has been through the roof. That being said, the fact that they actually received them and then found the problem, I'm not going to say I sympathize necessarily with the pricing and all that stuff. I do, on one hand, feel awful about Imprint because they are going to take a huge bath on this no matter what. They're about to lose a ton of money.
So they have the pumpkins, but they're not going to ship them in the pumpkins. Right?
Yes. It to me it sounds like they are probably going to crumble as they get shipped out to people. Like it's probably that the walls of the pumpkin itself are not sturdy enough to literally hold steel, which you probably should have figured that out before you went to the process of producing them.
They should sell them at like some Australian, con or something like that. Get their money back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So anyways, I feel for everybody that really wanted this and aren't going to get it. I feel for Imprint in the fact that they're going to lose a lot of money. That being said, there's been a lot of problems throughout this entire thing, and it's a mess. And no matter what side that you are hoping for the outcome to be, this all sucks. This all stinks. And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I just saw Silent Mandibles comment.
Fist pumpkins with Blu-rays. Jeez. Speaking of bait and switch, wasn't the TerraVision secret title supposed to be delisted after Halloween? Now it's back up, even though we know what it is. Or am I wrong about something? I didn't know it was back up on their website. You're right. It was supposed to be delisted, and it was supposed to be up at some third-party retailers only. They did change their website. I wonder if it's accidentally up. And has anybody told them that it's listed? They might not even know. Oof.
Wait, what is it? The secret title?
Well, for anybody that doesn't want to know what the TerraVision secret title is, maybe you have it still coming.
I can go look it up if you don't want to
mute for the next 10 seconds. That's it, because it's not a big deal. So
Okay.
It is Dark Harvest from 1992, the SOV film that Intervision had released on DVD.
Okay.
We did have a special feature on the disc, so go get it if you don't have it yet. All right, that is the Steelbook debacle of the week. Next up, February 23rd, speaking of steelbooks, the BBC in the UK is releasing a steelbook of The War Between the Land and the Sea, Season 1, which is a Doctor Who spinoff, which means I have a feeling you've never seen it and never will.
Don't say that. What is it called?
It is called The War Between the Land and the Sea. It is a Doctor Who spinoff series.
Hold.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen this? What? The War Between the... What's it? And the land
and the Sea.
It's a Doctor Who spinoff?
Yeah, it's about the Sea Devils from the Third Doctor's era. But no, I haven't watched it.
See? Look, I have reinforcements.
Thanks, John.
No problem.
Hey, that's the John that everybody was asking about earlier. Next up, David Lynch's The Straight Story, getting a 4K release over in the UK from Studio Canal. This is coming on February 9th. And now this had been released, this exact same package and all that, by Studio Canal, but in Germany. And something must have happened and they couldn't release it in the UK yet. And now they are. This is a wonderful movie. Any thoughts on Straight Story?
I love Richard Farnsworth. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to... Yeah, I'd probably want to own this. Maybe. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it, folks.
This is probably the most, I probably shouldn't say probably. This is the most underrated David Lynch film by far. Everybody harps on so many of the other ones, and this gets forgotten quite often.
I forget sometimes, too, that it's David Lynch, but yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a great movie.
Celeste asking, is this a big deal because it's Disney? It's not Disney in the UK or Germany. I think Disney only owns the rights to this in the US, actually. So that's the big deal here, I guess, is if you want this and you want everything in English, this is the way to get it and not the German release, because Criterion probably can't release this here in the US because of Disney. Although, who knows? Disney could surprise, but that is unlikely. All right. Next up, Arrow announcements today. This is rare. Usually we get Will to discuss Arrow announcements, and we get Erica this month. March 2nd, we get a Blu-ray release over in the UK of Calvaire from 2004. Have you seen this one?
I have not.
This is a rough one, and I hope people check this out because this movie is pretty great.
Is it like what, French? Okay. Yeah. It's
early on in the new French extremity era, so some people count it, some people don't. There's some people that are, how people get kind of territorial about that term. This one says a terrifying, darkly comic tale that drew comparisons to Deliverance, Straw Dogs, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, I like all those, so
right. Gripping, utterly involving thriller that will put you through the ringer. This has an archival commentary by the director. We got an archival commentary by the director and the production designer. New commentary by BJ and Harmony Colangelo. Introduction by the director. We got a 2023 and 2005 archival interviews with the director. New appreciation by Whitney Caitlin McClay, who is great. We've got archival making of featurette. There is some storyboarding, all that other stuff, some short films, and then a collector's book with new writing by Anton Battelle, Simon, what is that last name? Hobbs, Cerise Howard, and Alexandra Heller-Nicholas, who's on pretty much every release. Calvera is great.
It doesn't seem like, just from the comments, it doesn't sound like a rewatchable movie very much. So yeah, like Dustin said. So library.
Yeah, that probably makes sense for you. Then another one that's quite tense, 1977's Black Sunday, coming on March 9th on Blu-ray in the UK. This had been released previously, but not in the UK, so now this is coming. Robert Shaw film. Any thoughts on this one, since we've covered this one before?
Yeah, I like this one a lot, actually. It's Frankenheimer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I like this one. I think I actually covered this on my old podcast, the one that I wiped from the internet. But
right.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Not a lot of people talk about this one. Quite tense, like this one. All right. March 16th, Arrow is releasing a 4K of Spaceballs over in the UK only. Don't forget, Kino has already released this on 4K here in the US. That being said, I do like that they literally titled this on the cover Spaceballs, the UHD. And then when you zoom in on the postcards, it says Spaceballs, the postcard.
That's cute.
That being said, there's no new extras on this and no booklet, which is really rare for Arrow. So they kind of just licensed everything and put it out there. But Kino, on their 4K release, they had a couple lines of dialogue that were missing the audio. And supposedly Arrow has fixed everything. So I think, if you love this movie and you don't have the Kino, this is definitely the way to go. If you really love this movie and you want to fix what you got and sell yours off, you still might want to get this to replace it. But yeah, Spaceballs, great movie. Love it.
Arrow can't fix everything, Ryan. Just,
We're going to talk about more stuff that they fixed.
I'm just saying, like, in general, like therapy is more helpful.
I mean, it depends on the person. You got to be open to that.
Okay.
Speaking of things that Arrow has fixed, coming on March 30th, 4K and Blu-ray release over in the UK of Hard Boiled. First, I know not everybody's into it, but I love this Tony Stella art.
I like it.
I think this is a pretty big improvement over the bright green Chow Yun Fat art that we've got in the US. This is going to include this double-sided poster with the original and new art by Tony Stella, collector's book with new writing on the film by Priscilla Page, and some archival writing, and an interview with John Woo. We've got all the same extras that were on the Shout release, so you're not missing anything if you did not get the Shout release and you want this one. But this does have a couple extra archival extras that were not on the Shout release. Now, the other big thing, this has brand new subtitles. The Shout subtitles are reviewed as not very good, and these are going to be much better. And then I got confirmation from Brandon Bentley, who works on a lot of the Hong Kong releases for Shout and Arrow and all these other companies, that he fixed some of his own things and some other stuff that slipped by on the Shout release. And so there's going to be, like, if you want the perfect version of this is going to be the closest to that. He did some audio tweaks. He did some other stuff behind the scenes. So this is going to be the same scan, but some things might be ever so slightly different. Probably not enough for you to like worry about. But if you did not get the Shout, this is by far the one to get.
I did not get it. And I think, because I think a lot of people in the Discord said that they thought it was coming from somebody else. So
it is. It's still coming from Imprint in Australia. Okay. And then it is also coming from that Italian company, The Masters, I believe is what they're called. Okay. And then Carlotta in France is also releasing it. There's a lot of releases of Hard Boiled coming.
Well, I'll just get this one.
It's the best choice. And I should not have clicked where I just clicked. Next one is
Broken.
Red Sonja getting a 4K release here in the US from Arrow. This was released in the UK by Studio Canal with a horrendous transfer. Supposedly, this fixes all of that, and it is much, much better. We got a new commentary by somebody we just mentioned, Eugenio Ercolani and Troy Howarth. New commentary with the comic book expert Dave Baxter. New interview with the actor Ernie Reyes Jr. New interview with the action unit supervisor Vic Armstrong. New interview with Schwarzenegger's stunt double. New interview with a stuntman, new interview with the assistant production manager, new interview with the FX artist. There's all kinds of stuff. This is a stacked release. There is also going to be on here Making a Misunderstanding, an archival interview with the assistant director, and then a collector's perfect bound booklet with new writing on the film by John Walsh, Nani Cobretti, and Barry Forshaw. Are you a Red Sonja fan?
I don't think I've seen it since I was a kid. I didn't immediately get excited learning about this, so I'm good.
Right.
Like, I mean, yeah, I know. I think a lot of people would love to own this, but I don't think I need to. I'm good.
I get that immensely. How about Corey Feldman's movie, The Birthday, from 2004. March 16th in the UK, March 17th in North America. You get a 4K or a Blu-ray release of 2004's The Birthday. This has been unreleased for nearly 20 years. The Birthday has achieved near mythic status among cult film enthusiasts. Shot on a single meticulously designed location, Eugenio Mira's deliriously offbeat dark comedy offers a career best turn from Corey Feldman, playing wildly against type. This is rediscovered at last. The Birthday blends screwball comedy, cosmic horror, and feverish style into an unforgettable cinematic experience. Restored from the original negative, Arrow is proud to present the one-of-a-kind descent into madness in the release it's always deserved. This has an audio commentary by Corey Feldman and the director, Eugenio Mira. New interview with Mira, shot exclusively for this release. There is going to be an in-depth breakdown of a scene from the film by Mira, featuring archival behind-the-scenes footage, storyboards, and rushes. A Q&A from 2024 with Corey Feldman and Mira from the film's 20th anniversary screening at Fantastic Fest in Austin. Then a collector's book with new writing on the film by Brian Reisman. Are you super into this?
No, I think you got a spammer in the chat.
Yeah, I do, but nobody's watching on Twitch, so we're cool.
Oh, okay. I am not into this at all. I am mildly intrigued by the thought of a Corey Feldman commentary, because I feel like that would be hilarious. But no, I don't have any interest in this.
I get it. I get it. I'm not super stoked either. All right. One I am stoked for. Coming on March 30th in the UK, March 31st here in North America, Blu-ray release of the Samurai Revolution trilogy. This is from 1963, 1964, 1967. Have you seen one or all of these?
I have not. No, I think these are ones that I've been wanting to see as well. So be happy to see them in this form. Actually, do we have these on DVD? I don't know, but this is exciting.
Yeah, this is very exciting. Films that need more attention. We've got 13 Assassins. We've got The Great Killing. We've got 11 Samurai. 13 Assassins is a new commentary by Tom Mess. New visual essay by music supervisor and Japanese cinema expert James Belmont on the legendary composer Akira Ifukube's score for the film. An archival interview on this one, part one, and then the second part of that is on the second disc. We've got new commentary by David West on The Great Killing, and then a new visual essay by Daisuke Miao on the cinematography scene in the film. And then disc 3, which is 11 Samurai, new commentary by David West, new visual essay by Jonathan Clements, and then the third part of that interview and an archival interview that's included there. Yeah, this was a huge must for me.
It's exciting.
It says each film portrays a group of honorable samurai driven to plan the political assassination of a corrupt lord, hoping to light the fuse that will eventually destroy the regime. Yes, please. It sounds like the films that we need right now.
Yeah.
Next, a big one.
Oh.
March 30th in the UK, March 31st here in North America, a 4K release of Salem's Lot, 1979 Salem's Lot. The big thing is this has both the original 2-part miniseries and the shorter theatrical cut that was distributed internationally. So you can watch it as if it was on TV, or you can watch the one that screened in theaters, and it's in 4K for both of them. This is going to have a collector's perfect bound booklet with new writing by Sean Abley, Sorcha Neef-Yan, and Richard Kadri, plus select archival material, including interviews with Toby Hooper and some more. We've got on the original TV miniseries version, there's 2 modes. You've got playing it as the miniseries, as 2 parts, as per the original broadcast, or as one extended movie. And so the original broadcast will have the piece that came in the middle with the title screen and all that stuff, or you can watch the full extended version. New commentary on this one by Bill Ackerman, who was in the chat earlier, and Amanda Reyes. Eager to hear that. We got an archival commentary by Hooper himself, and then alternate TV footage with commercial bumpers and the original broadcast version of the Antler's death. There is going to be a second disc here of the theatrical version. New commentary here by Chris Alexander from Delirium and Full Moon and all that. New interview with Stephen King biographer Douglas Winter. New appreciation by Grady Hendrix. New interview with Mick Garris on here. New featurette looking at the locations of Salem's Lot today. New featurette with Heather Wixson. And then a new featurette with film critics Joe Lipset and Trace Thurman, who are both the co-hosts of the podcast Horror Queers. Salem's Lot. How do you feel about that one?
I think this is a long overdue release. I know I'm excited for Amanda and Bill. This is huge. I feel like she might have mentioned this to me a while ago, but anyway, I forgot about it. But yeah, I mean, Reggie Nalder is amazing as Barlow in this. It's not my favorite King adaptation or even like vampire movie, but I mean, this seems stacked and it's got like both versions in there. I think it would be cool if like the televised version had like all the commercials in it too.
God,
I'm a sucker for that stuff, but I know that's like, unlikely. But yeah, I mean, this looks like a great release. So this is probably something I'd wait to pick up on sale. And yeah, like somebody call Will for a Toby Hooper release.
I didn't want to say it. Well, and he did I'm Dangerous Tonight for Kino years ago.
Yeah.
Anything that comes out brand new with Toby Hooper, the people that literally wrote the book on Toby Hooper should be on the release. I know it's biased for me to call for it, but come on. It's the right thing to do. Like if you Google Toby Hooper academic, they're coming up. Come on.
Yeah. With his luck, they'll give him gin.
Honestly, he'd probably love to talk about
I know he would, but like for me, I would just be like, really? You're going to give me that one?
Of course. All right. Next, we got a few compilations that were quietly revealed coming from Warner Archive today. Now, reminder, these are all the same discs that were released previously. You're getting the full disc for each film. You're not losing any features or anything. It's just that the films have made their money, and now they're packaging these together to try to get them to you so that they can save you a little bit, and then hopefully they can sell more titles. So this first one, February 17th, is a 4-film collection of Fred Astaire. You've got The Bandwagon, Silk Stockings, you've got Easter Parade, and then the last one is Finian's Rainbow. I don't think I've seen any of these. Not seen many Fred Astaire films for the most part. I think I've only seen a couple.
Same. Yeah. Not a must buy for me.
I get it. And then the other one is a Spencer Tracy collection. It's coming out on the same day. This one has Fury, Bad Day at Black Rock, Libeled Lady, and Northwest Passage. I think I've probably seen more Spencer Tracy films, but I don't think I've seen any of these four.
Bad Day at Black Rock is, I think, the only one I've seen. And that movie is amazing.
Nice.
But I might have seen Fury. I don't know.
We got one more collection, but first, we got to talk about this nature doc. On January 13th, there's a Blu-ray coming from Giant of a double feature here. We got the American Southwest and Borderlands Jaguar. If you are into nature docs, supposedly these are actually pretty good. This looks interesting. I like nature stuff.
You know what this is a big miss of, though, is, they did not do the documentary Sex and the Animals. That is a joke only for Unsung Horrors listeners. Sorry, but
maybe someday.
If you want to know how turkeys get down, Sex and the Animals.
Sex and the Animals. All right. Let's talk about Vinegar Syndrome, and then we'll go back to Warner stuff after. Vinegar Syndrome Subscriber Week is coming starting on January 1st, and they released all kinds of information about it today. So we got a bit to cover here. This is going to run a 7-day period, new stuff dropping at 12:01 p.m. Eastern. So you don't have to stay up late every night to see the new stuff. It is going to run all the way through January 7th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be done kind of early on that last day. That way it doesn't go into the 8th day. The new releases and daily deals will always happen at noon Eastern. Like I said, this year's Subscriber Week will bring to you 3 new VS titles, 1 VSU, 1 VSL, 2 exciting new releases from Cinematograph, 2 releases from a new line called Iconoscope. It's another sub-label that you will have to purchase if you are a subscriber. 1 new Pink Line release, and then 25 partner label releases. How do you feel about that much coming out?
That's too much. I can't even remember when I can't even keep straight Vinegar Syndrome and then VSL, VSA, VSP. I can't even keep them all straight. And then on top of that, there's all the partner labels, and now they're adding a new one. And then there's all the stuff on Melusine. It's a lot.
It is quite a bit.
Yeah.
The Iconoscope thing, we don't know exactly what it is, but it is named after an old TV or a TV brand. And in their email that they sent out today, they have teased a couple made-for-TV things. So it seems like Iconoscope is probably going to be focused on TV, if that's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
So just to read what was in their email today that is not listed here, it says, this year look forward to a genre-bending 4K debut from VSU, a 1970s new Hollywood masterpiece that is, and a 1980s classic, both from Cinematograph. Then you get a 50s monster deep cut from VSL. And then the next in the Sato series from Pink Line in collaboration with Melusine, of course. And then the debut duo from our latest sublabel, Iconoscope, which will bring to 4K a 70s horror TV movie classic, along with a Blu-ray collection of a 1950s horror series.
Okay.
The sublabels are a lot.
Yeah.
I totally get it. But that being said, more of this being preserved on physical media, I'm always for. So I can't really fault it too much. It's just a whole lot to release. It's especially a lot to release in one day. The rest of the year, at least here, it's spread out 7 days, and some of them will get some other love. But man, that first day, right at noon Eastern, there's like 20, 25, 28, 29 brand new releases, and then like new merch and everything all popping up on their site at once.
Oof. Yeah. See, and this is getting back to what we were talking about earlier. I know partner label stuff isn't included. Nothing even outside of Vinegar Syndrome proper is included. Right. So to me, it's just, I'd rather just sort of pick and choose for myself. And yes, like when I had the subscription, having the discount on everything else was fine. But it's like, I could just get that at one of the sales in 6 months or when I want to. And if it's something that I really, really want and it's selling out, then yeah, I'll pay full price for it. That's fine. I don't know.
So yeah, let's see. I talked about the VS releases for this one. We don't need 10,000 sub-labels, says Josh. I mean, I agree, but if this is the only way they're going to release it, which of course they can't throw all that in the subscription because it would be very expensive on top of the already expensive subscription. So yeah, we'll talk about the price in just a minute. And then let's see. Mr. Whateverism is asking, will I subscribe? I had it in my mind that I was not going to subscribe all year, and then I started realizing how much more interested I was in the partner label stuff. And the reality is, if you are crazy and if you're buying like not even just partner labels, but say five 5 things every month that are sub-labels, mail you seen, or partner labels, all of a sudden the discounts alone that you're getting makes the subscription like almost borderline free. Like you're getting all of the VS titles as an addition to what you're already getting the discounted stuff.
Yeah.
So with this many partner labels, I mean, we're going to talk about it in a second, but they say they I've not counted a long time. They just said they have over 40 partner labels now.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's a matter of like, is this a movie that I'm going to watch more than once? Like I don't think I actually own any documentaries that aren't special features on a feature film disc, because I tend to just watch documentaries once. Right. But, you know, when it comes to, yeah, the discount it's nice, but at the same time, I just spending that amount of money up front, like I don't know. I'm not going to.
I get that. I totally get the people that are out. And we'll talk about some things that make a lot of people probably more going to be out than usual this time because they're changing some things up. But the other thing that made me consider that I might actually do it this year, and this is dumb and you can't do it now, so I feel terrible bringing it up now, but I got really lucky and found out through another site that PayPal was offering a deal where if you did a pay later option, where it's like PayPal Pay in 4 or their pay down the road, like credit option, whatever, they were giving you 25% back in rewards up to $1,500 for a purchase. So if you paid up to $1,500, you could get 25% of that back in essentially cash because it just goes into your PayPal account. And the cool thing here is you don't ever have to like get interest. You don't have to get a credit check or anything like that. So I did it just enough to cover the subscription. And now I'm getting like $200 or $225 off of the subscription costs, essentially.
Wait, I've already done it for this coming year?
I did it because I used the PayPal thing that they were saying to buy Vinegar Syndrome gift cards. So now I've got enough in credit to purchase the subscription, and I'm getting like $250 back.
Okay, so you use the PayPal thing for gift cards, and you're going to use that to buy the okay, I thought you had already bought the subscription. I was like, how'd you do that? Are you from the future?
I bought the credit to be able to do it. Okay. I'm sorry, Celeste. It is a past deal. I didn't know that I could trust it until I tried it. And by the time that the rewards appeared in my account, it had already expired, or I would have shared it with everybody. But I feel quite lucky that it worked out. And so, yeah, I just got a pretty decent discount on it. All right. Going on to talk about some of their changes and stuff. They say as long as you have an unfulfilled subscriber week order on the site, you can add to it for free up until it ships out. So they've got order stacking like they always do. They will have that add to my existing order. So if you go on there every day and you want something else, you don't have to pay shipping again or even once if you buy enough on that first time. They will start shipping orders on January 12th. Vinegar Syndrome is one of the only ones that are like on top of the production wise. You're not pre-ordering super far in advance. A lot of the stuff that people bought for December shipped literally within like 3 days. So they're going a little bit quicker during this. And then that'll be shipping throughout the end of January. So don't get too riled up if it hasn't shipped yet. But they have changed something. So yes, you still get 50% off of all of the partner labels, all the mail you've seen, all of the sub labels, all of the Command Cinema stuff, everything there. You also get your order shipped first after the sales and after the pre-orders for the month. But this is where some things started to change. They no longer have 3 different packages for US, Canada, and international. It is one price, and they're just charging you a different price for shipping. So if you're in the US, standard shipping is free. It's included in the base price. Canadians, you will pay $140 for shipping. Internationally, outside of that, $220 for shipping. And the price for subscribing this year, $1,095. And if you are a pass subscriber, you're going to get a coupon for $100 off of that price overall. So it'll be $995 if you're a US resident.
Nah, I'm good.
But this is where it starts to get a little weird. if you're asking me, which I don't know if you will, to keep our sub numbers around the sweet spot for operations in the warehouse, we will be capping the number of subscribers to 2,000 customers. If you are a subscriber in 2025, you will be guaranteed a spot if you want it, but they are locking it off at 2,000. Now, to me, that sounds like they're trying to institute some FOMO on the subscriptions, which is crazy on $1,000+ purchase.
Wait, so they didn't have a cap on it before?
It was not capped before, and now they're saying it is limited to only 2,000 customers that can subscribe worldwide. That's it. And so imagine, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but on day 5 of subscriber week, they come out and say, by the way, subscriptions are selling fast. We have less than 300 subscriptions left. Somebody out there is going to go, oh, if I was even like teetering on the line, maybe I want to do this, and they're going to go talk somebody into doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely creating some FOMO. Like that sort of marketing does get to people. It's not going to get to me because, you know, I'm going to take one look at my bank account and be like, sorry. Someone asked, do you have to pay taxes on the subscription? You
do have to pay taxes. This is something that, it's not food. It's not, I know there's some states where clothing is free. No, you got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah. And, Celeste asked about Worth making their video this year. I mean, I think that video is worth it because I actually sort of took a page from that and did that myself this year and really looked at, okay, what were all the releases that came out this year that I would have got if I had subscribed? What were the ones that I would have bought with the discount and how much did I actually pay for it? And really when I sat down and did the math for last year, if I would have got these, okay, well, I would have just tried to sell them, but now because they're printing or they're making so many more,
it's harder to sell.
Sorry, my cats are fighting behind me. Toby. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't. Yeah, so I did my own sort of math, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. I'm glad I didn't, kind of thing. And thinking about it going into next year, yeah. There's going to be stuff that I'm going to wish I wish I had a subscription this month. This is a really great slate, but it's there'll always be a way to see the movie. I don't need to own all the movies. I only have, I'm an old fucking lady. I've only got so many years left that I can watch movies, and I haven't even watched everything that's on my shelf yet. I'm fine. I don't need.
They'll all have standard editions, no matter what. Yeah,
that's fine.
So, I mean, kind of, Celeste was saying, is it even worth making a video? Celeste, you got to make the video. I got to be honest. I was considering, how much do I talk about this and lay into it tonight? Because, I'm helping more and more of these companies. I feel sometimes like I shouldn't lambast the choices of these, because many of these are keeping other physical media companies going and alive and keeping the industry going and all that. But this, to me, this feels pretty icky. I'm not stoked on a lot of this. It is something that, a lot of people have already started going against all the FOMO marketing, which I'm glad. But this, I think more people need to speak out about it for sure.
Yeah.
Some other small changes here, which are kind of cool in a way, but also very gimmicky in some other ways. Obviously, if you're going to get other stuff, make sure you get this. If you're going to subscribe, make sure you do that first so you get free shipping on everything. I just wanted to mention that. But then everybody who is a subscriber in 2026 is getting what they're calling a premium metal membership card. It will be engraved with your name and a QR code. Now, gimmicky, yes, because ooh, what are you going to flash that to somebody? That's weird. But what is kind of cool here, this is the only reason why I do think this is cool, is you can use this at their physical locations and when you go to a convention and they have their table. So if you are in person and want your subscriber discount, you can use it there, which I think is very cool. I think that is something that if you were a subscriber in the past and you were visiting them and you would be paying more for the releases at the table, I think it's cool that they give you that option now. However, it is kind of weird to like ship metal cards engraved to 2,000 people.
Yeah, that's some like Trump coin bullshit to me, honestly. Like, it's just that you don't need to create another thing. You already put out enough cardboard into the universe, and now you're adding like these metal cards to it where, oh, you can take these to the table or a physical location. It's like you have a computer with a database of the people who are your subscribers. You can you can look them up in there for their subscription. Like, you don't need to make another thing to put into the world that is going to end up in a fucking landfill. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot here, lots to take in. So yeah, like I said, the big news, almost $1,100 if you were not a subscriber last year to subscribe. And that's only if you're in the U.S. If you're outside of the U.S., shipping cost is going to be on top of that. There's going to be tax involved. You're getting a metal card, and there you go. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on from Vinegar Syndrome to Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, thanks to Bill Hunt over at the Digital Bits, has revealed some news on their 4K slate from 2026. Now, saying it like that makes it sound like it's exhaustive. It's not. They could still put out more, and they likely still would be putting out more. It's just a matter of what can they put out in 1 year. I know a couple of these were slated for 2025 and got delayed to 26, so who knows? But those titles coming in 2026. Ben-Hur, this is already listed for pre-order. It is coming in, I think, January, February. All the President's Men from 76 coming for pre-order already. That's quarter one as well, January or February. Eraser from 1994, Gravity from 2013, Mars Attacks from 96, Interview with the Vampire from 94, Gone with the Wind finally from 1939, and Magnolia from 1999. All getting 4K releases either hopefully this year. It's planned for this year, but they could get pushed to 2027. Any thoughts on any of those?
I mean, I love Mars Attacks, but Magnolia, yeah. I mean, yeah, they can have it. It just feels like, I know a lot of people want that for a Criterion, but
yeah, they'll make their money. That's why they got to hold on to it.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
All right, so that's Warner Brothers. Again, no dates for any of these, no pre-order other than Ben-Hur and All the President's Men. You can pre-order those already. This has been confirmed by Bill and his contacts, because he does have some studio contacts, but also Warner Brothers Korean distributor started teasing the titles, funny enough, and that's how some of these got originally confirmed. All right, and then back to Warner Archive for the last of those three collections. We're getting a Broadway on the big screen 6-film collection, and this has Gypsy, Guys and Dolls. It's got Brigadoon, The Damn Yankees, The Pajama Game, and then Ken Russell's The Boyfriend.
I want to see The Boyfriend. I think I don't want all of these, so I'm good.
Well, you can just buy the single disc release thing.
Yeah,
or rent it from the library. All right. A really, really great couple of announcements from friends of the channel. New Wave Video. This is John Matthews in Australia's label. He's been on the show multiple times. These are both coming in late February or early March, both on Blu-ray. And they are going to be available at all the U.S. retailers and overseas, so check it out if you're after them. First is 1986's Nighty Night. We had talked about this a little bit on the show before when it was teased that it was coming, but here it is coming, and you can pre-order this now. You've got a director's approved special edition here, transferred and restored from the only surviving videotape master. There's a retrospective doc on Nighty Night. There's a featurette by Lachlan Sally on this. There is a full original soundtrack by Save Earth, the Small Pebble short film, a 40-page behind-the-scenes booklet by Hiroshi Kokusho, featuring rare photos and in-depth stories, a new slipcover with art by Sydney-based illustrator James O'Brien. I love the art on this release. And then this is the only 8mm film elements that were made were lost. We are working from a tape source which underwent color correction and touch-up. You can look at screenshots on their website to get an idea on the quality of the film. It does not look incredible, but it is literally the best you could possibly get on this film now, just so you know. So we'll be in Japanese with English subtitles, and this is an anthology horror film.
I like this artwork. Looks very much like a children's book.
It does. Perfect. And then to go with it, you can pick up Noriko's Dinner Table, the Shion Sono film from 1986. That's not the right year, I don't believe. I think I got that wrong. Maybe it's not. Nope, I kept it from the last one. I screwed up. That's awesome. This is a companion piece to Suicide's Club. This film expands the story into an emotionally gripping exploration of identity, family, and the hidden loneliness of modern life. Following the journey of 17-year-old Noriko, who flees her small-town home for Tokyo, the film pulls viewers into the unsettling world of a rental family agency. Good year for that, with that film that came out. More than just a J-horror, Noriko's Dinner Table is a chilling exploration of connection and alienation in the digital age, combining intimate storytelling with Sono's signature surreal flourishes. It is both heartbreaking and unforgettable. It's shot on lo-fi digital video and later transferred to 35mm film. This is proud to present a full restoration sourced from that 35mm picture and sound negatives. And now some cool stuff, especially for a couple of people in the chat. This is going to be a 1080p restoration from a brand new 4K restoration of the original picture and sound negatives, newly restored Dolby Digital 5.1 audio, new interview with Shion Sono, a new introduction by Shion Sono, an archival interview with Sono, interview with the actress Kazue Fukuisha, I believe is how you say that name. Another interview with one of the other actresses. There's a 30-minute making of doc, 2006 Tokyo premiere footage, rare behind-the-scenes photo gallery, but then a booklet with new writing on the film by Celeste de la Cabra and Dustin Putman. Two people in the chat. That's pretty amazing. Celeste, first collaboration with the label to get on a release.
That's amazing. Congrats, you guys.
Dustin, so excited to be there with Celeste as well. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm stoked for them. And then the cover looks great. I think this will be solid.
Yeah, that's great artwork. I hope that the same people who aren't going to complain about the disclaimer that Celeste joked about in front of Gone with the Wind don't complain about this director. But
too late.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I posted this on Blue Sky, and a couple people over there literally like reposting the post and saying boutique labels need to stay the fuck away from him, and got like really aggressive.
Okay, settle down, folks.
Yeah, this is amazing, Celeste. I'm so happy for you. I hope for many more opportunities in the future, and can't wait to see what else happens. If you are wanting, they're also doing this. This is not the highest quality picture, but they're doing a Nighty Night shirt. If you want, you can pick this up, and you can get this with just Nighty Night, the Blu-ray, or you can get a bundle with both films, or you can get a bundle with both films and the shirt, and probably get a tiny discount on all of those together. Check it out. Then we got some Kino announcements. I believe this is, we're nearing the end. We got like 5 more. The Prisoner of Zenda. This was announced previously. It's a Peter Sellers film from 1979 coming on March 3rd from Kino. This is going to have a new audio commentary by Paul Anthony Nelson and Lee Zachariah. And that is it. Are you into Peter Sellers at all?
Passively. I don't know. I don't seek him out. I'll leave it at that.
What about when he's the Pink Panther? And on March 3rd, you can also get a 4K of The Return of the Pink Panther from 1975. Don't forget, that's not the right word. They are doing all of these. And then after those come out, they're going to do a box set of the Pink Panther films. So if you want to wait, you may want to wait and get them all in one go. This is going to have a bunch of archival extras on here. We got an audio commentary with the Peter Sellers Appreciation Society's Jason Simons, and then some other interviews and extras on the Blu-ray disc on this one as well.
Yeah, it's literally the only thing I really know Peter Sellers from. So.
I get it. Then on March 3rd, 1992's Beethoven coming to Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. This is a brand new 2K scan of the film, new audio commentary by the director, moderated by Douglas Hosdale, and another new audio commentary by Joe Ramone. This is only a 2K scan of the inner positives. So this will likely never come to 4K for those of you that are listening to this later and saying, why no 4K like everybody does? This will likely never get a 4K.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Madhouse asking, with the Straight Story finally coming to Studio Canal 4K, is there any chance we'll get a Criterion? I mean, there's a chance, but the odds are not very high considering it's owned by Disney here in the U.S. Carrie Mulligan with the like hot goss of the night. I just recently learned about the tragic life of Sellers' last wife. I don't know anything about this. All right, and then I feel like this is Erica's hell. Coming soon on a Walmart exclusive Blu-ray Steelbook from Paramount, the brand new film, the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants. You can pick this up now if you want. You're going to get 2 of these?
Why don't they make it a sponge book instead of a Steelbook?
Because that won't sell as well.
What? The Evil Dead, like, they had the Necronomicon book that's like spongy. They could do it.
That's true. And then, I believe, this is our last of the week. We got a brand new 4K Steelbook of Alien Romulus from last year, coming over in the UK from Fox themselves. This is coming in like late spring. Now, the big thing here is this is brand new art from Matt Ferguson, who's a really great artist. I love the art on this, actually. And he's got, if you go to his Instagram, there are the exclusive place behind these is selling prints of the same art. Or you can go and order the Steelbook from them, and he will sign the Steelbook or the art print if you're into him as an artist. And I don't know, that'd be pretty cool to own. Are you into the Alien franchise at all? Probably not.
Well, yeah, but like the originals.
The original only.
Yeah. I didn't even see this one. I'm zero interest in this.
I liked it. All right, that's it for this week's announcements. Let's talk about what's coming out next week. In case you forgot, Cloud Atlas on 4K from Shout Factory, which kind of crazy. They, talk about bait and switch with the imprint thing. Shout Factory pulled an actual bait and switch. They advertised that they were selling an alternate slipcover for Cloud Atlas, and they shipped everybody's order without it, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how you just get away with that. Pretty wild. Perfect Blue coming to 4K in its limited edition next week. Begonia from this year, the 4K Steelbook and Standard is coming out. Did you see Begonia?
I did, yes.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it very much.
I loved that movie. Black Phone 2 4K is next week as well. Laurel and Hardy, the collection from Classic Flicks next week. Tales from the Dark Side 4K Steelbook with some of the weirdest art I've ever seen for that film from Shout. A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, which Sibner in the chat loved this movie. I did not love it, but it's all right. We Are Still Here, 10th anniversary coming next week. Pointed Heels might come out. This company, the last couple announcements they've had did not come out on the release date, so we'll see if that actually happens. And that's it, other than some anime stuff called Learning the Hard Way. Are you going to check out any of these? And I think I know the answer.
No.
That's what I thought.
Not a 1. I already got forced into seeing fucking Black Phone 2.
Did you hate that one?
Yeah. God, I don't know why everyone likes that guy's movies.
All right, so here's the Peter Sellers thing. Lynn Frederick was considerably younger than Sellers and married him during his most miserable years, where he was apparently abusive. She died at 39 of drug and alcohol abuse. Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. Film resolutions. This is something you're covering on Unsung Horrors and something we're covering here tonight. Do you do this every year?
No.
For everybody?
No. So the previous years we have just done like favorite new watches,
right.
Film discoveries. But I feel like, everyone sort of jumped on that bandwagon too. And, we're like, all right, well. And I think a big part of it too was this year, just both Lance and I didn't really watch as much as we normally do. And I mean, we both watched like 300-400 movies each, which to a normal person that's
a huge number.
They think that's insane. But most of those movies were either for the podcast or related to the podcast or related to, special features we were working on. So there really wasn't much that we could talk about that we hadn't already mentioned either in the podcast or in special features. So we're like, we didn't want to just list off movies we'd already talked about. So this idea sort of came out of that, I guess. And a lot of that too came from just our talking about our letterbox stats before, we had even started kind of talking about the idea and recording, and like really just sort of looking at what did our 2025 look like, kind of thing. And so that's where the majority of my resolutions come from, is from my letterbox stats.
All right. I've been wanting to do this for a couple of years, actually. So I'm glad. And actually, outside of the podcast, do you do this every year? Have you done this before, where you've decided, like, for the year, I'm going to focus on a couple things?
In the past, I've said, like, I'm going to make like this actor, this director, my most watched one.
Yeah.
And there's been years where I've been able to stick to that. This last year, I didn't make any resolutions for 2025, but I was also in a huge depression funk. So, wasn't really caring about, like,
wasn't a priority.
Oh, I'm going to make sure that, I don't know, Kwei Chi Hung's my most watched director this year. Like, no, I wasn't doing that.
I get it. I like I said, I've wanted to do this for the last couple of years, and this year ended up being very weird. I focused more on theater than I ever have in my life, and that's probably never going to happen again. So I'll let that stay in the past. But this list was fun to make. There's a lot of things that I want to focus on and want to make important. So I'm ready. What is the first one on your list?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen anyone else post any of their resolutions in the chat so far. So if you folks haven't, I would very much say, please post them in Ryan's Discord. And if you are not in Ryan's Discord, then that means you are not subscribed to his Patreon, which Ryan never plugs for himself. So you should subscribe to his Patreon, people. Okay. So this year, and I'm just going to preface this with, like, real quick in my own, like, letterbox stats for the year, just because, where are they? 2025 was very Hong Kong heavy for me,
Nice.
Like an insane amount. So I was even looking at my most watched directors my most watched actors, and of the 40, like, not even just like the top 10 of the top 40, only 2 of them were non-Hong Kong actors. Like, that's how many, that's insane. And most of them are men. Like, I think there's like 2 women in there. So
Jeez.
I'm like, all right. So I'm trying to minimize Hong Kong. My most watched directors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the top 10 were Hong Kong directors. So, like, I'm like, I need to take my foot off the gas there a little bit. That being said, there are a few things that I definitely want to finish on the Hong Kong side. So, you know how on the stats you can see, like, the collections of films. So there's a bunch of those, and it gives you this feature of, like, almost finished, where you're like one away from finishing this whole film series. And so my OCD and my, like, need for completing things saw that and was immediately like, oh, well, I need to finish all these things. So that's the majority of what we're going to talk about. So for Hong Kong, for next year, I need to finish the In the Line of Duty. That's the Hong Kong Girls with Guns. I've watched 7 out of 9. The 36 Chamber movies, I've watched 2 out of 3. So I got one of those to watch. The Inspector Wears Skirts, I've watched 3 out of 4. So I need to watch the second one. Unfortunately, I didn't watch them all in order. And then there's apparently a Demon trilogy, which I didn't know these films were part of a trilogy, but it's Ghost Nursing, which Vinegar Syndrome put out, Seeding of a Ghost also, and then Invitation of Ghost from 1984. And I haven't seen that last one, so I'm going to watch that. And then I'll have all of that.
Nice. Those
are my Hong Kong resolutions. So only 2, 3, 4, 5 movies from Hong Kong. Not saying that's all I'm going to watch. Collections. Yeah, I'm going to finish up those collections. So that's 4 collections I can finish right there.
Were there examples of collections that you finished this year that you watched entirely?
Oh, I watched the whole Decalogue series, the Christoph
Kieslowski.
Whatever his last name is.
How'd you feel about that in 2025?
I mean, They were all excellent, but I was having a good, I planned it for that one. I was like, I got it from the library. Shout out my library. They're good with the Criterions. And I watched all of them in one day.
Damn.
I probably should have broken it up into like 2 days, but I was like, I'm almost done. I'm just going to push through. I'm going to watch all of them. So, he ended up being one of my most watched directors because I logged them all separately each episode. So
yeah. Way to pad the stats.
Yeah.
All right. So in terms of that, I've been talking about for the last year and a half, and this is such a like borderline elementary level one, but I wanted to throw this out there. I want to do an entire filmography in 1 year, not like I've seen the rest of his movies. I'm going to finish his filmography. I want to do anybody. I think one of the bigger directors that's got like more than 10 films. I want to watch all of them in this 1 year. Start like the first week of January and do one each week or one each month, something like that, and get as many as I can and get through from the very beginning to the end. But when I'm saying that, I'm going to try to do everything, like short films, things they co-directed with somebody else, and not just do like the major things, but try to do something for everything for a filmography from somebody.
And do you have one picked in particular?
I'm not. There's a couple that I've had in mind. Kubrick is one that I've really wanted to see, like the evolution of that from the beginning all the way through the end in a short time span to see how he progressed. I know that there's a couple that I've seen, like Dustin. He's commenting right now. He watched all of a few directors in the last couple of years, I believe, and he's gone through chronological order, and it's really nice to see kind of how like your sensibilities towards that style changes, kind of how theirs does. And sometimes you'll grow to like them more, or like see patterns that you never would have noticed if you weren't watching them so close together. And so I don't want to just say, I remember watching these 3 films, so I'm going to forget those. I want to do everything just in case I see something new.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to choose Jess Franco.
I mean, I think Will is the only person that's probably closest to actually finishing. So
yeah.
I actually have, in our episode next week, I have a couple of directors who I'm not going to do like full filmography watches, but there are a couple directors who I want to finish that I haven't, that I was surprised I wasn't surprised. I knew there were a couple of ones I'd never gotten around to.
Right.
Yeah, it's not Eli Roth. But I mean, in that vein of directors, I do have one picked out where I'm not necessarily going to finish his filmography because, I might. There's a lot of short films in there and stuff like that. No, God, Takashi Miike. But if you look at your Letterboxd stats, you can look at it year by year, or you can look at it lifetime. And one of my directors that's in like the top 10 of my all-time watched is Spielberg, and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Jaws, I love a lot of his movies, but like, I don't want him in my top 10. There's other people I would rather have in there. So one of my next resolutions is to move Cronenberg into my top 10. Nice. And it's not going to take much. Like I just there's a few that I need to watch that I've never seen before. M. Butterfly, A Dangerous Method, Maps to the Stars, Spider, and Cosmopolis. So
nice.
That's 5. That'll easily bump Spielberg out. And then just a couple, 1 or 2 films from a few other directors will definitively push Steven, like, wait, just get
nice.
Down. I don't want you there. So like a few from Argento, a few Terrence Fisher, a couple Tobe Hooper, a few Jess Franco, Joe D'Amato. So a few of those from each of them. But for the most part, I'm going to say, okay, Cronenberg, I got to watch at least 5. Get Steven out of there.
Nice. Dustin threw out there that he also did a chronological deep dive of Eric Romer this year, and that was incredible. Mm-hmm. And then this is really cool. Couch Odyssey says, I completed Lamberto Bava due to all the cool releases like that Cauldron did and Severin did.
Yeah.
That's got to be a fun one too.
I need to pick up a couple of those releases from next year, when they're on sale.
All right. Resolution numero dos. What do you got?
That was my second one.
Oh, that was your second
Cronenberg one. Yeah.
Cronenberg, got it. I'm sorry. My second one, this is, again, kind of very broad, but I, over the last couple of years specifically, have been stuck in a couple different lanes, and I don't have enough noir in my background, and I definitely want to beef up that. And then alongside of that, in that era, I want to really hit screwball comedies hard. The writing in screwball comedies are like always incredible. The fact that you can keep the dialogue going that fast and that smooth in a way that is nonstop in those films, I really want to take from that and learn from it. The editing in those movies are always incredible because of how much they're kind of like slamming into 10 minutes of film, which in any other movie nowadays would be like 40 minutes of film. Yeah. And so, I really want to hit some of those hard and get a lot of the bigger titles that I don't have watched ever or have watched and forgotten because the last time I saw it was 26 years ago, and see what I learned from it. I mean, I'm a different film person than the last time I saw many of those movies. So I'm very eager to see how those genres speak to me.
All right. All right. So my next resolution is again, part of collections. So the other one was like more Hong Kong focused. This is like horror and cult. So I need to finish The Species. This is important, you guys. The Species collection. I have not seen the fourth one, The Awakening. I'm very excited for this. There's the House series, and this is like the Ghost House witchery Italian ones, not talking like, Ding Dong You're Dead house movies. I have not seen Claudio Fragaso's Beyond Darkness, so
wow,
throw some Italian trash into the mix there. The Sonny Chiba Street Fighter movies, I've only seen 2 of the 3, so I've got 1 to watch there. And then I have also never seen Beyond Reanimator, so that will finish my Reanimator collection.
I think you're actually going to love Beyond Reanimator.
I don't know that you know what I'm going to love.
I don't think you will.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, I'm not. See, this is why I'm like, this is more about completion than like, I can't wait to watch, it's not about that. It's about, getting these, getting the sense of completion in there. So I've got some other good ones though in my next collection resolution though, but you next, you're 3.
My 3, this one is not even film specifically, but I took a bit of a backseat this year to a certain kind of supplement, and it's because it's so time consuming, but I miss it. I want to spend more time with commentaries this year. There are quite a few that I've watched the film and really wanted to listen to the commentary, and I just knew another 100 minutes right then was not possible. I want to do what I can to rip a bunch of those and not sit in front of the TV and be able to listen to it elsewhere while I'm taking the kids to an appointment or being able to be outside while I have the commentary in my earbuds or something. One shout out for the Deaf Crocodile podcast right now. I adore that they allow me to release as episodes their audio commentaries as a podcast form. It is such an interesting way to sell a disc for something if you give that a chance, or for the people that have already bought it, like we're just adding to your convenience to be able to spend the time with that in another format. It's something that's a bonus supplement material that you can increase your appreciation of a film. However, a lot of times you don't need to sit in front of the movie for it. I got to be honest. Like, it's really cool to immerse yourself like that. You don't have to, especially if you watch it on like a Tuesday night and then you listen to the commentary the next day while you're commuting to work. You saw it the night before. You can probably, when they say, oh, in this scene, she's doing this. Why? I don't need to see the scene while she's doing that. I can remember.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people listen to commentaries while they're doing other stuff around the house anyway. They're not actually sitting there watching it. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah. More commentaries this year. I need them.
I can definitely get behind that. I need to listen to quite a few more too. But, okay. Last collections resolution is classics. So I need to complete the Planet of the Apes. So I need to watch the last one, which is Battle. I've been told it's not good. but that's okay.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Let's see. Then I've got the Hammer Dracula that I have not seen all of them. I need to watch AD. And then the Hammer Karnstein. I always say that wrong. I've seen Twins of Evil. I've seen Vampire Lovers, but I have not seen Lust for a Vampire. So that's coming for next year.
Twins of Evil, so good.
So just with all of those collections movies that I need to watch, I will have completed 10 collections. So that's nice round number for that. So I'm very excited for that.
Nice.
All right. You're number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's cool that you're completing those. So my number 4, another broad one, but another one where I noticed a trend that I did not love in myself. And that's a lot of times when I don't stand off from foreign films ever. I don't even pay attention to what language it's in or where it's from. I will try to watch anything. That being said, it seems like a lot of these companies that are releasing stuff, or theatrically, or I've seen most of them, they're mostly like cult or cult adjacent titles. They're mostly horror. They're mostly sci-fi. They're mostly something along that realm. I kind of want to beef up more of like the more just foreign dramas and foreign comedies and try to get into the culture side of those, because there's a lot of great foreign dramas that I've seen, but not enough that are able to completely go through this. I have loved most of the ones that I've seen, and I need to see more. It's not easy to track some of them down. That's the hard part. But yeah, I love them. I love foreign films, and I need more.
It's a good goal. So very fitting. Like on that note, my last resolution for this, I've got 5 more in our episode next week, but my last resolution here is I want to green out more stuff on the world map. So if you go to your Letterboxd stats, you all time scroll all the way to the bottom, it'll show you your map, and like they're greened out like bright green if you've watched movies from that country. So I want to try to get a good handful more from those. So I've found like 10 countries where I could actually find movies that were, streaming somewhere that made sense. That's a great resolution, Celeste. Everyone should have that resolution. Watch more Rosalba Neri. That's it. But so
I've heard you say her name more than anyone else on the planet.
Well, Lance says her name more than I do, but
well, yes.
So world map gaps that I think I can easily fill next year: Greenland, Bolivia, Ecuador, Ukraine, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Afghanistan. Slightly more challenging, maybe Madagascar, Sri Lanka, and Egypt. But I think with Tubi, Canopy,
that's true.
All those, I should be able to get those. But I think I can, at minimum, I can get 5 of those countries.
I think there's an Egyptian film in one of the World Cinema Project box sets too.
Okay.
I think, if I remember right.
Okay. Yeah, I should watch more of my shelf movies too. That's just a given. I think that's everyone's anyone who's watching the resolution that's like on there.
That's understood.
Yeah.
That's always there. And my last one has nothing to do with the shelf, so that's kind of fitting as well. My last one is I'd never really focused on it. I want to make an effort to go to more film festivals. I went to one and kind of a half this year, and I really enjoyed the experience. The amount of being able to talk to filmmakers, the amount of being able to see some things early, the amount of being able to see like the actual struggles behind some of these films, and like the fight for distribution and the fight for being treated right as a filmmaker who put years of their life into their first film, and now like just the hustle to get it out there. It's not something that is easily recognizable until you've been like a part of it with somebody and witnessed it up close. And so it's nice to see some of that. So yeah, I'm going to hope to go to a few.
Awesome. Do you have any ones in mind in particular you want to try to get to?
Oh, well, the easy ones, I'm going to try to go to St. Louis again because it's close, and probably Panic Fest here in Kansas City. But I just, for the first time, I'd never done this before, never got a passport, never been out of the country. And I just got my passport today. And so I'm even thinking maybe trying to do TIFF or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you work for immigration? You don't have a passport?
And I've never had a passport, never been out of the country, and I've just helped people come in.
Oh, well, I appreciate you for that. But I mean... Oh yeah, I did log Panama the other day. That's why I watched it. That's what like sort of inspired the whole thing where I was like, I watched my first Panamanian horror movie. Like that's
which one?
Or Panamanian movie. Diablo.
Oh, Diablo Rojo.
Yes. Which was, I mean, I'm proud of them. I'll say that.
It's a good thing one of us isn't working on special features for that film right this moment. Anyways, yes, this is exciting. Any other off the wall like plans for film festivals or anything you're doing this year exciting for that? Other than of course, Horror Gives Back is going to be a thing again. Yeah,
we'll do. We always do June Exploitation and then Horror Gives Back for charity. I don't have any plans for film festivals. I think I did it a few times and just, I think I'm past because it is all new movies. And I like the last couple times I went, I just found myself wanting to go to the retrospective screenings and like the Park Chan-wook one. I was like, why is this not full? Like, what's wrong with people? And everyone's like, we're going to see the new Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. It's like, So, no, if there's anything playing at Fantastic Fest that I really want to see, the good thing about them is that you can buy a one-off ticket on standby, which I've done a couple times. So, so if something comes up that I really want to see, and if it's playing on film, then yeah, I'll probably go out of my way. But no big plans other than hopefully finish volume 2 by mid-year. Yeah, I don't want to ask about it. You don't have a timeline for when you want to finish or anything other than mid-year, I guess? I mean, I wanted to finish at the end of this year, but that shit's not happening. So a lot of work. Yeah, it is. The hard part too is that like some of these movies I just put in the appendix, but because I watched them like 3-4 years ago, and I was like, I don't have anything to write about them now, and now I am putting them like in with a proper write up, and I don't remember the movie, so I'm like, I gotta fucking rewatch that thing. So that's it's time consuming, but I don't know. I'm hoping by mid year. I've been keeping up a good pace where like I've been getting at least 2 to 3 write-ups done per day on average. Nice. But there still are, I've got about 4 chapters left, but it's exciting because I've gotten a lot of interviews with people for this version. So far I've got like 10 interviews with directors or other filmmakers. So nice. Yeah, that's it. Incredible. As usual, I will say you should be following everything Erica does because they are amazing, of course. But Unsung Horror specifically, if you've never given it a listen, the conversations tonight kind of rely heavily on the exact sensibilities behind Unsung Horrors. For those that have never heard it, it is a film or a show that is dedicated to films with less than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. Literally Unsung Horrors. It's the definition of the title. They are fun. They are exciting. They're always fun to listen to. You guys are great. You can follow Erica on Letterboxd at Hex Massacre. The link is in the description below. The book is still unavailable. Anything else you want to throw out there? Follow you on Instagram, I guess. Yeah, I'm there too. I don't know. I hardly post anything except my cat. So excited. I know. And occasionally, you know what? You pitched mine. I'll say everybody go join the Unsung Horrors Discord. It's a great little community. Every time that there's a new episode, there's a big flurry of activity. And during June Exploitation and during Horror Gives Back, there's a lot of people that are active over there. So it's nice to see. Thank you. All right.
On that note, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see you next week for an on Thursday stream. Yes, I will be here on Christmas night next week.
Oh my God. Really?
And New Year's the following week.
Sir. All right.
Well, and to give people more of a reason, I'm going to be here with Howard S. Berger next week.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
On Christmas Day. Here with my own Santa Claus. All right. Have a good week. We'll see y'all next time. Be safe. Thank you for watching The Disconnected. On the way out, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, that you've liked the video, and that you've copied the link to be able to share it with someone else that may appreciate this.
Hey, movie lovers, I'm Pete Wright.
And I'm Andy Nelson. We are the hosts of the Next Reel Film Podcast.
If you're passionate about films like we are, you'll love our show. Each week, we dive deep into a movie, discussing everything from the story and performances to the cinematography and score.
Not to mention budgets and awards. We have covered iconic series like Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather trilogy, examining themes of power, family, and the dark side of the American dream.
We've explored the works of groundbreaking directors like Catherine Bigelow, discussing her mastery of tension.
We've looked at heist films, great car chases, great years in film, couples on the run, and more.
Our discussions go beyond the surface, examining what makes each film tick. We believe that when the movie ends, the conversation begins.
And we'd love for you to join that conversation. Find the Next Reel Film Podcast on your favorite podcast app or at thenextreel.com.
The Next Reel. When the movie ends,
our conversation begins.
Hello and welcome to Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys. My name is Hunter. In this podcast, I'll be joined by a different guest each week to discuss a classic Western movie or TV show. I've been a fan of classic Westerns for as long as I can remember, and in recent years, they've become very nostalgic for me. I love the aesthetic, the tropes, and I love seeing different filmmakers' takes on them. At their best, they're incredibly entertaining, rewatchable, and some of my all-time favorite movies are Westerns. We'll mostly focus on Western movies made in Hollywood, but we'll also be covering spaghetti Westerns, and one thing I'm very excited to get into are Western TV shows. I've got some amazing guests coming on the show, film professors, historians, and podcasters. And Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys is part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, and many guests on the show will be from other shows on the network. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. To hear more shows from the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, please select the link in the description